Now you can minimize that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to East High School on the east side of Wichita, where tonight the Northwest Grizzlies will take on the East High Blue Aces in a Greater Wichita Athletic League doubleheader with playoff implications on the line. My name's Kevin Arkin. Glad to be with you. We've got a great crew already working here tonight. More to come, and a fun evening of basketball. These are two very winnable games for Northwest, even though they're on the road. So lots to come. We're going to go ahead and send it right away to the Marcus Myers pregame show. And then we'll be back with starting lineups and the play-by-play of the game. So stay with us. We got a 1-minute timeout, and then Marcus Myers will join us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball.
Hey, man, you going out for football?
Band class still needs you, man.
Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate because when activities stop, nobody wins.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We are at East High tonight to take on the East High Blue Aces in a City League doubleheader that has playoff implications for both of our, both of our varsity teams. So this is an important contest for both the girls and the boys tonight. The girls will tip it off at the top of the hour, and we're joined, as we always are, before each and every girls' varsity contest by our head coach, Marcus Myers. Coach, good evening. Welcome.
What's up, Kevin? How you doing?
Doing well, thanks. Let's hate to dwell on a loss, but let's take a look for a minute at the Southeast game. Girls played very, very hard in that game and hung in there for most of it, just to unfortunately have it slip away at the end.
Yeah, we did. If you look back at the first time we played Southeast, it was a brutal contest. This go around, we knew what we were getting into. I'm proud of the girls. We're getting better each week, so we took a lot from that.
You know, even though we didn't come out with a W on Tuesday, you know, you can sure tell that the chemistry between the girls has improved throughout the season. And as you mentioned, night and day between the first meeting with Southeast at their place and the meeting on Tuesday at Northwest.
Correct, man. If you just looked at our practice, it's totally different. And we're enjoying ourselves. Coaches, I mean, we're loving it right now. I mean, we got a different problem now, as in Kamara Barber can't stop dancing when she's off the court in practice, and they're talking and happy, and that is a good thing. So I'll take that over, girls not getting along, and we're finding ourselves, and I'm really enjoying it.
You know, and nothing. And I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, and I certainly don't intend it to be the wrong way. But there is, at this age level, especially in girls, it would seem like it's real easy to develop drama, and I don't see any drama on this team. Everybody, I mean, they wear family on those sweatshirts, and I don't have mine on at the moment, but it really is a true sense of family to me with all of the girls on that team.
Kevin, that's awesome. I'm glad you said that. That feels good. Really, the girls are great right now, and they enjoying each other, and we fixed everything. I don't know if there was any drama or not, but you could just tell the vibe is different, and we competitors, and and Kamara just can keep on dancing all she wants, as long as everyone just keeps performing the way they are right now.
You've got 2 games, 3 games left after tonight, including tonight. You have 3. Of course, we're at East. We're at East High tonight. We're at South on Tuesday, so you got a 2-game road trip, and then unfortunately we don't get to play West because of West personnel trouble, and then we finish up at Cape. And so you got 3 games left, all on the road, and you need to win. If I've got it right, you need to win 2 out of 3 to finish at 500. Is that right?
Yes. I want to win all 3, Kevin.
Well, sure.
That's. I mean, we want to win last night. We're working hard, and it's just. I mean, I haven't looked at it like that, but I'm just looking at one game at a time right now.
Well, let's take a 1 game at a time tonight. East High Blue Aces. We had them at our place a while back. We looked pretty good against the East High girls, and I know you followed East throughout the season. Are we to expect anything different from them tonight than we would have seen when they were at our place several weeks ago?
Yeah. I mean, we got to stop number 3. I don't know her name, but she's a monster down there. We do that, we should be fine. Just we know the outcome of the last time we seen them, so I mean that's one we should have had, and we're going to carry that in tonight.
Well, and you're right. We should have. That is a game I agree with you. I think we should have won that game. We should have gotten away with the W. We let one slip through, and if knowing that and learning from that should give the girls added incentive, even though we're playing in their building instead of ours.
Yeah. I mean, they took one from our house, so I mean, we're going to return what's happened to us. So I believe our girls like for some reason. It's weird, but that wouldn't be it wouldn't be a lot for us. So I think we enjoy ourselves on the road.
We've talked about a lot of different things in these visits during the season, and we're getting late in the season. One of the things, beg your pardon, one of the things that we have not talked about at all, and that is you. There's a lot of people out there who are watching this. You don't teach in the building, so the only way they know you is from the basketball court. Can you just give us a little Cliff Notes version, if you will, of your life history and how it relates to basketball here in Northwest?
Awesome. I haven't had that question in a while. Yeah, I have 4 kids. 2 girls are in college. My son attend Northwest right now. I have a special needs son. He's in Mount Hope. And I mean, they are everything to me. My family is everything. My wife has been part of all this since been doing it for 20 years. Work at Coke Industries. I rush here every day after practice, and I mean, I constantly moving and working both jobs, and I think about the Northwest girls like all the time. And yeah, that's my daily life. I came from Derby and May South, and my last school was West. Was there for 3 years, and now I'm here. I'm
So
enjoying myself.
you can certainly relate to the problems that the West Girls program has undergone this year, with their numbers and they're being unable to finish the season. I know that's got to hit a soft spot in your heart.
It does. It does, Kevin. I mean, when I was there, it was different. And the crazy thing is, you kind of could see it coming, and it was. But the girls that showed up, man, I mean, they believed like instantly. Like they were for each other. That's one deal you didn't have to. It wasn't a problem there. They just wanted someone to keep showing up and practice every day, and they will walk there. We will go through a brick wall for you. But a coach just got to show up there.
Well, we want to. We wish them, of course, we wish West High the best of luck in their program going forward, and hopefully they can get this turned around next year again. And want to wish you the best of luck tonight against East High. What's the status health wise of our players? We know Anaya Simpson is still out with concussion issues. Yeah. Anybody else, sir?
Leah's getting better. She's still working that finger. We might have a night tonight. I hope we have a night tonight. She's going to be big. Just to contain that number 3. She's going to be a handful, and Anaya is that athlete that can stick with her. The crazy thing is, I told Anaya she's going to be number 3 one day. She reminds me of her. I mean, Anaya's a freshman, but I mean, yeah. We would love to have her tonight, so I know here surely.
Well, we wish you the best of luck against the Blue Aces. Let's get that big winning streak going here at the end of the season. All 3 games left for you are winnable. Yeah. You know you should have beat these the first time, as you said. We beat South the first time, and we beat Cape in the first time.
South. We didn't beat South.
Am I wrong on that?
We're wrong. I mean, it was 51. Like I still remember it, like it was right there. It was like 51-50 or something. We got a steal. A turnover at the end. They had the last shot, so it's a big last 3 games. It's big.
Okay, but they're still winnable, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Let's get the winning streak started tonight. Best of luck to you against East High. And we'll look forward to a visit with you Tuesday before our game down at South.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All righty. Head coach Marcus Myers on our pregame show. Stay tuned. We're going to take a 90-second timeout, and then we'll be back with the starting lineup and the play-by-play of tonight's game against the East High Blue Aces. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Wichita, Northwest Grizzlies basketball is on the air. Welcome to another season of basketball, Grizzlies style, as Northwest pursues a 6A state title. Follow your Grizzlies all season long on their YouTube page with links available at NWHS Grizz. Grizzlies basketball is sponsored this year in part by Mel Hambledon Ford at the big corner of 119th West in Kellogg. We're better. We're proving it. You be the judge. And by Andrews Cleaning Service with programs for residential, commercial, or special cleaning projects. Check them out at wichitacleaningservice.com. And by Keystone Solid Services, providing quality granite countertop products for your home. Check them out at KeystoneSolidServices.com. And by Todd Eflin Narrates, voice acting for just about anything with words, commercials, training videos, audiobook, and telephone services. Find me at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com. And now, let's go courtside for today's contest. And your host, Kevin Arkin.
Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Todd Eflin, and welcome to East High's gym. They're introducing the starting lineups, so we'll get right to that as well. We'll start off with the home team, the East High. A 5'8" sophomore guard, number 2, Rylan Chandler. 6 foot junior forward, number 3, Jelia Manuel. 5'5" sophomore guard, number 4, Amaya Hamilton. And 5'7" junior guard, Nia Chandler, wearing number 5. The head coach, Ryan Chandler, assisted by Willie Perkins and Justin Tate. For the Grizzlies, 5'1" junior guard, Mackenzie Edwards, wears number 1. Wearing number 21, 5'2" sophomore guard, Aaliyah Richard. 5'8" sophomore guard, number 22, Kamira Barber. 5'5" junior guard, number 23, Innocent Robinson. And rounding out the starting 5, number 24, a 5'9" junior forward, Sasha Reed. Head coach for the Grizzlies is Andy Hill. He's assisted by Gavin Darr, Kylan Hawkins, and Jim Murnaugh. Grizzlies are playing from right to left in the first half, wearing their road blues with gold trim and gold numerals, and East High is in their home whites, and we are underway. Chandler wins the opening tip for the Blue Aces. Chandler brings it down, puts it up, missing, and the putback is good, and a foul is called. Manuel gets the basket, and she'll go to the line and shoot one. Want to introduce our crew here tonight. Mirriam Robertson is our videographer tonight. Kid O'Grady is our producer engineer, and my broadcast partner tonight, wearing the other headset, is Jonathan Scheu. And Jonathan, welcome aboard.
Thank you, Kevin. Glad to be here. Good rebound there by Innocent Robinson.
And Sasha Reed takes it down now to Edwards. Edwards in the paint, back out to Robinson. Robinson gives it back to Edwards. And back to Innocent Robinson. On the near side, Sasha Reed puts it in the paint for Barber, off the glass, missing, and it's rebounded by the Blue Aces. Nia Chandler brings it down coast to coast, puts it up and misses. Gets her own rebound, and coming back out with it is Rylan Chandler. And I assume both of these girls to be daughters of the head coach.
Grizzlies going to a 2-3 zone here.
Into the paint for Manuel. She puts it up off the glass and scores. She's got all 4 of East High's points. It's 4-0. Richard crossing the timeline now, guarded by Chandler. Quick toss to Reed, back out to Edwards. To Robinson. Richard underneath, has it knocked out of play. Nope, she booted it herself, and it will be East High ball on the turnover. Tough start, Jonathan, for the Grizzlies here.
Yep,
having no points in 3 possessions.
Yep, it looks like they're getting to the basket well. Just need to finish on some of those layups.
And Chandler, Rylan Chandler, scores and is fouled. She's going to go to the line for a 3-point opportunity.
Might be Sasha Reed's second.
It is. It's second foul on Reed. And only 90 seconds of play. That's not a good sign for the Grizzlies. Chandler's free throw is good. 7-0. Grizzlies trail early. And a timeout is being taken by Marcus Myers. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Jonathan?
Yep.
No time to panic here, even though we're down 7 very, very quickly.
Yeah, we're playing good basketball here. I mean, we're really penetrating the basket well. We're getting some good shot opportunities. You know, Sasha getting into early foul trouble, though. You never want to see that.
No, not at all. That's going to be a problem later in the game.
Yep, she's one of their best interior defenders, too, and rebounders, so you always want her on the floor.
And Sasha Reed has fouled out of several games this year, so it's always a point of concern if she gets a couple of fouls quickly like she did tonight.
Marcus is electing to keep her on the floor, putting a lot of trust in her.
No changes in personnel for Northwest. Ball's inbounded to Reed.
East has moved into a full court press, it looks like, trying to put more pressure on the Grizzlies.
And it looks like Richard stepped on the sideline, and that'll turn it over to East again. And 4 trips down the floor, and now we come away empty.
Yeah, just a lot of silly mistakes. We should be right back in this, though.
Chandler brings it up the floor for the Blue Aces. Still with it, now dishes it off to Nia Chandler. Nia boots it out of bounds, and a turnover for East will give it to Northwest.
Good help there by the Grizzlies in that zone.
Good defensive play. Richard takes the inbound pass. Full court again by East High, and she's in trouble. Gives it to Barber. Barber sends it up to Reed. That'll solve that problem. Richard with it now. Back to Barber. Barber into the paint. Dishes it off to Reed. Off a great opportunity for Sasha Reed. The shot is blocked. It'll stay with Northwest. Ball was inbounded. Reed gets it. To Robinson.
Good look inside here.
Robinson spin move, tried to go up between 2 defenders. She's fouled. She's going to go to the line, maybe, and maybe not.
Yep, they called it on the floor.
Amaya Hamilton, guilty of her first foul. That's the first team foul on the Blue Aces. Ball's inbounded. Barber has it, gives it to Richard. Back to Barber. Barber, a long 3. Rims, no good. Rebounded by Manuel. To Chandler. Bringing it across the timeline. 5 trips down the floor now for Northwest. And
looks like they switched to man here.
Manuel thought about a 3, now takes one from 10 feet, missing. Rebounded by Sasha Reed. She sends it up on the near side to Robinson. Robinson into the paint, goes up, she's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
Anderson is looking to really attack the basket here in this first quarter. That's 2 times in a row she's drawn a foul inside. And that's the second foul on number 4, Amaya Hamilton.
Robinson will try and get the Schneider off the board, and she does. Sine Hadley comes in for East High. Robinson's second one is also good. Grizzlies trail 7-2. And we had another substitution. That's the reason for the stoppage of play. Now we're back underway here. 4:50 to go, first quarter. Rylan Chandler brings it across the timeline. Drives it into the paint, goes up, and scores over the outstretched arm of Sasha Reed. And Reed's lucky she didn't get called for number 3.
Yeah, I'm really surprised she didn't. That was a really physical play down low.
Coming in for Northwest after the last basket, number 30, the 5'9" freshman forward, Aubrey Navarrete. And there's a long three by Barber, and it's 9-5.
Yep, that play was set up by Sasha Reed. He set in a really good screen, giving Barber a lot of space there for her comfortable shot.
And if you're wondering, Navarrete came in for Innocent Robinson. Hadley with it, top of the key, pulls it back out now. Dishes it off to Chandler. Chandler to Manuel. Manuel drives, and what do we have here? We have a jump ball call, and on the alternating possession, arguably the dumbest rule in all of sports, it goes to Northwest.
Man-to-man seems to be working for the Grizzlies. Gotten a few consecutive stops in a row.
Robinson brings it back up the floor. And she's fouled again. She's going to go to the line again and shoot two.
Getting really physical down low, looking to draw contact, not shying away from it. Getting the Blue Aces into foul trouble here.
Well, they called that one on the floor too, and I will stand corrected. Richard gives it to Barber on the far side. Chandler's all over her. Now she gets around her, and we have another foul call. Which way are they going to call it? They called it on Rylan Chandler. That's the fourth team foul on the Aces. Grizzlies have two.
Grizzlies not backing down here, not shying away from any contact.
Richard sends it over to Barber on the near side. Navarrete for three. Good! 9-8. Grizzlies cut the lead to 1. Chandler brings it up the floor for the Blue Aces. Into the paint. Oh, there's a foul on Barber. That'll be on the floor as well. That's.
Oh, they called it on Richard.
They called it on Richard, but I guarantee you it was Barber that fouled her. They may want to change that.
Yeah. Good defensive
play. What a steal by Barber. And they called a jump ball, and on the alternating possession, a good defensive play goes to waste.
I agree. What a defensive play there by Barber.
Second time is good for Hadley, and it's 11-8. Richard brings it down the floor. Goes up. It's knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Northwest.
Yeah, the Grizzlies still aren't backing down despite being the slightly smaller team. Looking to draw a lot of contact here.
They're playing hard and playing aggressive. Quite frankly, the East High game at home is a game that the girls believe they should have won, and that they think they gave that one away. They're trying to get it back here.
Yeah, that was a really good game at home too.
It was a good game. Richard, top of the key, looking for help, gives it to Navarrete. She thought about a three and now boots it. That'll probably be over and back if it doesn't go out of bounds. It goes out of bounds instead. Oh, they're going to give it to us.
Can't complain.
I'm not complaining. Ball's inbounded to Robinson. Over to Richard.
Good pass
into Kelsey. Oh, and she goes up, and it's knocked out of play. Good block by East High, and it will stay with Northwest.
Kenzie Edwards was looking for a foul there, didn't get it.
Oh, they gave it to East High.
Knocked in play and then hit Robinson while she was out of bounds, so East High's ball there. Really unfortunate bounce.
Aces will bring it down the floor with 1:45 to go. They lead the Grizzlies 11-8. Chandler with it for East High.
Asking for a screen.
And she pulls it back out again. Good defense by the Grizzlies, forcing the play.
Yeah, they're helping over the screens really well, really shutting off those second options.
There's a long two off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Robinson.
Should be a jump ball. They called a foul. They're
going to call a foul instead, and I am inclined to agree with you. I was expecting a jump ball to be called. Fouls on Nia Chandler.
The 5th team foul in the first quarter.
East High is racking them up. There's been a lot of fouls called in this game. There's 8 called already.
Yeah, really physical game going on.
Barber brings it up the floor for Northwest.
That small amount of three-pointer shot, really driving into the basket. Both teams are.
Robinson, top of the key, will pull it back out. 1 minute to go in the quarter. Robinson faked a move, pulls it back. Goes in again, and she goes up. And
now called her for a push off, an offensive foul, kind of leaned in with the shoulder a little bit.
Yep, that's exactly what they called. That's the 4th team foul on Northwest. Both teams racking up the fouls here in quarter number 1.
Yeah, that should be a illegal screen there.
Rylan Chandler picks up her second. 6th team foul. Grizzlies are going to be shooting a lot of free throws in the second quarter. The way this is going. That might work to their advantage. Barber with it, gives it.
Grizzlies in no hurry here.
No, they'll play for 1, I'm sure. 22 to go on the clock. Oh, and they threw it away. Manuel intercepts the pass. And here comes East High back. Edwards almost popped it out. 10 seconds to go.
Great defense being played here by the Grizzlies.
Rylan Chandler for 3, off the rim, no good. And the rebound doesn't matter. Clock hits 0. And we are at the end of 1 quarter of play. And at the end of 1, it's East High 11, Northwest 8. We'll be back with the second quarter in 60 seconds. Stay with us. This is Grizzly basketball. Back at East High with Jonathan Scheu and our production crew. Kevin Arkin with you. 11-8 Grizzlies trail after 1. A pretty fast-paced first quarter, Jonathan, with, among other things, lots of fouls on the board.
Yeah, it was a really fast quarter, surprisingly. With the amount of fouls called, you expect it to be a little bit slower, but a super fast-paced, physical first quarter. Both teams getting inside the paint really well. Grizzlies just need to finish on those opportunities a little bit more.
And they were down by 7 early and have gotten most of it back.
They strung together a couple of defensive stops, kind of got some momentum going.
Northwest will get the inbound to start the second quarter. On the floor for Northwest, Kamira Barber, Innocent Robinson, Kenzie Edwards, Aaliyah Richard, and Aubrey Navarrete. Your 5 on the floor at the start of the second quarter. And it comes to Robinson, and we're underway in quarter number 2.
East High still playing in a man-to-man defense.
In the paint. Oh, it's stolen away, and a nice job by Manuel to pick that one off. That's twice the Grizzlies have done that.
Yep, twice they were looking inside, trying to get Barber in the post.
Nia Chandler with it at the moment for the Aces. into the corner for Hadley. Now back up to Ryland Chandler.
Grizzlies back in the zone here.
Ari Moore, number 1, a 5'7" senior guard, came in for East High during the timeout. Kenzie Edwards just picks up her first. 15 foul for Northwest, and the fouls are piling up for both teams, folks. East High subs in Kellis Henderson, number 24, a 5'10" sophomore forward. And going out is Manuel. And the Grizzlies now will sub in a player. Aaliyah Richard will take a seat. And welcome back to the team, Anaya Simpson, number 5, the 5'9" freshman forward, who has been in concussion protocol since the tournament. The Topeka West game, to be specific. Oh, there's an interception that's knocked out of bounds.
Should stay with Northwest, though.
It's great to see Simpson back out there. And it's inbounded to Barber. Barber will bring it up the floor.
East High still in a full court press, it looks like.
And the Grizzlies did a good job of managing that. From 15 feet, an air ball by Edwards will go out of bounds and turn over to the Aces.
Really good play design there, getting Edwards that open shot.
Didn't have enough mustard on it. Got a lot of things going on here at East High tonight, Jonathan. It's Hall of Fame night. They're going to have an induction ceremony during halftime of the boys' game. There'll be an induction ceremony for 5 people who will be added to the East High Hall of Fame, and we'll congratulate them early on their induction. And they're also doing a special ceremony for one of the security officers here at East, one of the SRO officers who passed away. They're going to dedicate a memorial plaque to him. And there's a nice in-the-air shot by Nia Chandler, it's 13-8.
Her first basket of the night.
Navarrete in the corner, puts it in the paint to Barber. Turnaround, nice play. Kamira Barber and Aubrey Navarrete to combine for 2 points.
That's the play they've been looking for all night, and they finally converted on it.
Chandler gives the ball to Moore.
Great defense there.
Great defense, a nice block by Barber. Here's a 2-on-1, and Robinson puts it up, it goes. 13-12, Grizzlies down by 1. 6 minutes to go till halftime. Hadley gives it away to Moore. Moore in the paint, dishes it back off to Chandler, and that one is blocked by Barber, but they're going to call a foul here, and I think it's going to be on Barber.
They called it a shooting foul as well.
Yeah. And it is it is on Kamira Barber. Everybody's shooting free throws now from now until halftime, as both teams have 6. First one is good by Chandler. I didn't think that was a shooting foul myself, but
yeah, it looks like she was looking to pass there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Refs thought she was shooting it, so she's shooting 2.
Sasha Reed comes back in for Anaya Simpson. And the second one misses and is rebounded by Ryland Chandler.
Pulls it back out, trying to reset here.
Here's a long 3 taken off the front of the rim. No good. That's knocked out of play. That'll be Northwest ball. 5:30 to go, first half. Grizzlies down by a pair. Robinson brings it across the timeline for Northwest. On the far side, Richard gives it to Barber. Barber pulls it back out, puts it back in. Navarrete for 3. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Chandler, and here comes East High back 2-on-3. Chandler in the paint, puts it up, in and out, no good. Put back, doesn't go, and it's rebounded by East. Chandler again, she thought about a 3, now drives with it. It's short,
Great
partially blocked, and
possession
here
there.
comes Northwest back with it. Richard, one man to beat, puts it up, and it's blocked. Ryland Chandler brings it back down, 1-on-2, splits the defenders. It goes up, and a foul's going to be called, and I'm afraid to ask who the guilty party is.
Looks like it's going to be on Kamara Barber.
It's on Sasha.
Wow, that's the second time.
Third foul on Sasha Reed in the first half. She will be out of the game shortly, I'm sure. Ryland Chandler throws up an air ball.
Kamara Barber got lucky again. Looks like she was the one who actually committed the foul.
I honestly have to agree with that. I thought it was Barber as well.
Second time
But
tonight.
it would have been her third as well.
Yep.
So, I mean, we lose either way. Chandler has one more to take, and it is off the heel. No good. Sasha Reed gets the rebound, gives it to Barber.
Grizzlies have numbers here.
Barber over here to Robinson. Uncontested three. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Ryland Chandler. Chandler brings it down the floor, gives it to Nia Chandler, who puts it up. It's rebounded by Sasha Reed, and here comes Northwest back with it. Robinson dishes it off. Richard for three. Off the heel. Doesn't go. That one goes out of play. That'll stay with Northwest, and a break for the Grizzlies. And a timeout has been called by Northwest. It's a full timeout, and we're going to take the timeout with them. 14-12, Grizzlies trail. We're going to go to a commercial, so pop that up. We'll be back. This is Grizzly basketball. Back at East High coming out of the timeout. They threw us a curve and only made it a 30-second timeout, or I wouldn't have gone. Grizzlies inbound. Robinson with it. 4:10 to go, first half. Barber drives, pulls it out, now gives it to Richard. Richard to Robinson. If you're wondering, Sasha Reed is still in the game, and there's another intercepted pass by Haley Davis this time, and she lays it in.
Her first bucket of the night.
Grizzlies have given away 6 points. Barber over here to Richard. Back to Robinson. To Reed in the corner. To Barber off the glass, good. Barber gets the assist. Gets the basket off the assist by Reed, and the Grizzlies are back within 2. Out here, top of the key. 10-footer. Misses everything and is picked off by Barber. Barber up to Robinson. Robinson off the glass.
Move.
What a play. And we're tied at 16.
Grizzlies started the game down 7-0, but no panic. Right back into this game.
I think somebody in this broadcast team said we don't need to panic here. Now, East High is going to take a timeout. Let's see how long their timeout is.
Looks like it's going to be a full timeout.
It's a full timeout. We will take this timeout with them. Back in 60 seconds, tied at 16. You need to go in here again. Now get a clip up. There you go. We'll be back. This is Grizzly basketball. Back at East High, we're tied at 16, 2:43 to go in the second quarter. And if you're wondering who our halftime guest is in this game, the answer is nobody.
It's unfortunate.
Jonathan and I will visit with you or with one another. East High will inbound. It'll be manual inbounding for the Blue Aces.
Grizzlies back into a man defense here. Worked really well for them in the first quarter.
Well, there's an errant pass, but Manuel is able to come up with it. Underneath and up. The second time is good by Haley Davis. And the Grizzlies trail by 2. They have never led in this game. They trailed 7-0 early on. Got it back tied at 16, and now we're down by 2 again. Barber, count the basket. Come on. Oh, she traveled. That's too bad. That'll turn it over to East High.
Barber's really attacking the basket here. Looking to get to the paint every single time.
That's Haley Davis with it, dishing it off now to Amaya Hamilton, who's back in. There's a long three that misses, rebounded by Barber, and she's fouled by Manuel. And that'll be bonus time for Northwest. Both teams actually now in the bonus. And I don't think I told Kit how to do that. When they go in the bonus, which they are in now, you see that BNS there? Click that. Go ahead and click it. And then do the same thing on the other side for both teams because they're both in it. Okay, that'll show them they're in the bonus.
First one good there by Barber on the 1-1.
Everybody's backing off the shooter. Second one. She makes them both. And we're tied at 18. Less than 2 to go, first half.
Already 9 points in the game for Barber. Off to a very fast start.
She is off to another good start tonight. Here's a 3-ball off the rim, rebounded by Richard. Richard double teamed in the corner, pulls it out, sends a long one. Edwards is by herself, gives it to Navarrete. Robinson from 10 feet off the glass misses.
Oh, good steal there by Barber. Way to fight for the rebound.
Barber pulls it back out, and the Grizzlies can set up an offense again. Well, the fast break didn't work out, but at least they got to keep the ball. Robinson gives it to Edwards. Edwards over to Navarrete for 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Richard. Tried to get it underneath to Barber. And they say it went out off of a Grizzly, and it will turn over to East High. 1:09 to go, second quarter, tied at 18. Both teams with 7 fouls each.
For a lot of fouls being called in this game, it's actually a really fast, quick-paced game.
Manuel in the paint, spin move, goes up, blocked, gets it again, blocked again. Here's Barber with it. That was pretty good defense.
Grizzlies have been playing really good defense all night and getting active on the rebounds as well, creating a lot of opportunities for themselves.
Richard gives it to Navarrete, and that one is picked off by Haley Davis again. And she gets the lay-in. That's twice she's done that.
She has great anticipation on those cross-court passes, has read it multiple times tonight already.
You know, they're putting those cross-court passes in a place where the wrong people can get them. Barber, count it. We're tied at 20. 15 seconds to go in the half.
And they have dialed up a lot of plays for her inside, and it's been working. Tied at 20 again.
Yeah. Go ahead, remove that, and put the halftime up.
Innocent Robinson on her second foul.
With 4 seconds to go, you don't want to foul. You just don't want to foul that late in any quarter. And then it also puts Haley Davis at the line shooting. This is it looks like it's a two-shot foul anyway. And she makes the first one.
They called it on a screen. Innocent kind of barreled through it. Called her for the foul, so it was a 1-1.
She'll get one more. Looks like the Grizzlies will go into the half trailing. And that one rims out. Loose ball. Richard. And the clock runs out before they can get a shot off. So we're at halftime. Score at halftime. Ihde 21, Northwest 20. We'll be back with our halftime extravaganza after this 2-minute timeout. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Ihde. We are at halftime, and the score at half, Ihde 21, Northwest 20, in what was a very fast-paced and rather exciting first half, Jonathan Scheu.
That was a very exciting first half. You know, both teams playing a really physical game, a lot of fast-paced, like in-transition plays, running out. And, yeah, just overall great effort from both teams. I mean, they're both playing extremely well, both battling on the defensive, creating a lot of opportunities for themselves.
You've got the book. Why don't you go through the totals for each team?
All right. Let's see. For East, Ryan Chandler has 5, and July Emanuel has 4. Nia Chandler has 3, all in the second quarter. And Sine Hadley has 2, and then number 11, Haley Davis, has 5, all in the second quarter as well. And for Northwest, Kamira Barber has 11, leading the Grizzlies, and then Innocent Robinson has 6, and then Navarrete has a 3.
And that's it for us?
Yep.
Yep. All righty, so we're at 21-20 at half. The boys game will follow 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one. And once again, I want to reintroduce our crew tonight. In addition to Jonathan Scheu on my immediate right, the rest of our crew has traded places. Kid O'Grady is going to be your videographer here in the second half, and our producer-engineer will be Mirriam Robertson, who's just champing at the bit to get her hands on the computer. Isn't that right? Folks, the webcasts of Grizzly Athletics are a student-driven production. These kids are here, most of them anyway, from Shane Munro's audio-visual program. And they are here not only for a grade, but they're here to learn the basics of sports television production. Kid O'Grady and Mirriam Robertson are here for the first time tonight. They are both rookies, and I thought they did a fine job in the first half. Jonathan Scheu, on the other hand, who is a senior, is a veritable fixture up here. But this is the first time we've actually had him with a headset on.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a long time, been helping out with these live streams, but always been too afraid to put on the headset. But, it's actually not as bad as I thought.
Not bad at all.
Having a great time calling this game.
I'm glad you're having a good time. I'm glad you're doing it. So I wish I could get more kids to put headsets on. So we've got about 5 minutes to go here until the start of the third quarter, and don't have a guest. We're going to have a guest during the boys' halftime. The athletic director at East High, Fred Creighton, will be our guest, and he is just champing at the bit to get up here. He loves doing this. So when I invited him to be a halftime guest during the boys' game, he jumped all over it. He said, I will be there.
Remember him from last year, super nice guy.
He's even wearing a suit.
Yeah, I remember him from last year when we were out here. Super nice, outgoing guy.
Very nice gentleman, and he's got a lot going on tonight. Like I mentioned, they're going to have a Hall of Fame induction ceremony. They're doing that during the halftime of the boys' game, so it'll be an extended halftime.
So yes,
and I don't know how much time we're going to have to talk to Mr. Creighton, but we'll.
Yeah, super nice.
He's going to be busy with that.
Yeah, super nice of him to come out in the half with all that's going on. Still making time to come up here.
Yep, absolutely. So we're going to give you a couple minutes. We're going to rest our voices for 2 minutes, and then we'll send it to a quick commercial, and then we'll be back with the second half. Stay with us. 24 minutes to go in halftime. Sometimes you got to be careful. I know I have the same problem. I'll say, and I'll make the wrong call. And I'll say, oops, I got that one. I'll say it. I got that one wrong. Or, like the one where they called the foul on Reed instead of Barber. Welcome back to East High, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting set for the start of the third quarter. Grizzlies will come out of the locker room down by 21-20 after a pretty good first half, and quite frankly, the Grizzlies could have been blown out of this one very early, Jonathan Scheu, because they were down 7-0 before they knew what hit them.
Yep.
And they fought back.
They really did. They didn't have any fear or panic, just continued playing their game, and the opportunities came, and they capitalized on it and got themselves back in the game.
So Grizzlies will now play from left to right here in the second half. Grizzlies, again, the road team, are in their road blues with gold trim and gold numerals, and Ihde in their home whites with blue numerals and blue trim. Pretty decent crowd on hand tonight. We are in the unusual position of being behind the home team instead of being behind the visitors, as we are at home. When we're at Northwest, we're always behind the visitor section. We're behind the Ihde student section tonight. And I would expect that this section will be full by the time the boys' game begins.
Ihde always has a really good student section. So.
They do. They have a very rowdy student section. Ihde will inbound to start the third quarter. On the floor for the Grizzlies, Innocent Robinson, Aaliyah Richard, Kamira Barber, Sasha Reed, and Kenzie Edwards, the five on the floor in the start of the second half. Ihde with the ball. Chandler has it, dishes it off to Davis, excuse me.
Grizzlies starting the half in a 2-3 zone, it looks like.
Back to Chandler. And now here's Manuel. She thought about a three, then dished it off. Chandler gives it to the other Chandler. Nia Chandler pulls it back out. And over here on the near side, they give it to Hamilton. There's one that's deflected, but Ihde maintains possession. Davis gives it to Manuel, who scores. Good assist and a good goal by Ihde to start the third quarter. Grizzlies are now down by 3. Richard will bring it across the timeline with some token pressure from East. Barber, top of the key, drives, gives it to Reed. Reed, a short one, misses, gets her own rebound, dishes it off to Robinson. Robinson puts it up, nothing but net. Grizzlies back down by 1, 23-22.
Innocent Robinson steadily having a really good game, already has 8 points.
She's played very steady. And in the first quarter, got herself to the free throw line on 3 consecutive possessions with her aggressive physical play. So, good for her. Rylan Chandler keeps the ball out there looking for something to open up. Looking for teammates to give her some help.
Looks like the zone is giving East a little bit of trouble.
Now she finally drives the whole floor and scores. Rylan Chandler, the 2-point basket. Robinson inbounds to Reed. Reed gives it back to Robinson. Robinson, lost it for a moment. Now gives it to Kenzie Edwards. Edwards over to Reed in the corner. Underneath to Barber. Up. I thought it went. Instead, it'll be Robinson picking up the loose ball. She gives it to Reed. Reed to Edwards. Edwards for 3. It misses. Rebound by Reed, doesn't go in either. It goes out of bounds, and it will stay with Northwest.
Barber really fighting for every rebound down there. Kept the possession alive multiple times.
Grizzlies will maintain possession. 5:32 to go, third quarter. 25-22, they trail. They have trailed. They have not led tonight. Robinson dishes it to Reed, back to Edwards for 3. Off the rim, no good. And you live by the sword and died by the sword. Right now we're dying by it. Chandler brings it down for Ihde, and she's tripped.
Got a blocking foul on Richard there. Pritchard, my apologies.
That's the first team foul of the half for either team. And it's Richard's second. Fouls on the floor. Inbounded to Manuel. Manuel dishes it off to Davis. Davis back to Hamilton, now out to Chandler. to the other Chandler. Nia Chandler puts it up short. Who's got the rebound? Oh, somehow East High came away with it. Manuel gets the putback and scores. Grizzlies down by 5.
It's her 8th point of the night, mainly from inside.
Edwards, far side, gives it to Robinson. Innocent tries to split the defenders, and she traveled with it. And it will turn over to East High. Coach Myers not happy with that particular call.
Neither was Robinson.
Rylan Chandler brings it across the timeline for the Blue Aces. Grizzlies down by 5. They've trailed by as much as 7 at one point. And they've been tied twice. Chandler still with it. Now she dishes it off on the far side. Manuel with it. Gives it to Rylan Chandler. Chandler into the paint.
Good
back to Manuel. Off the glass and a nice score. And they're down by 7 again. Robinson will bring it across the timeline for Northwest.
Manuel really getting inside at her own will. It's back-to-back buckets in the paint.
Grizzlies have only scored 2 points in this quarter. Reed misses a 3. Rebounded. We're not getting any second chance points either, Jonathan, as Hamilton got that rebound and gets the rebound this time and scores. And a timeout taken by Northwest. They're down by 9.
Largest lead of the night for the Blue Aces.
That's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. 31-22, Grizzlies trail. We'll be back. Come up here, click that. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Stay with us. This is Grizzly basketball. Grizzlies are down 2 timeouts, but boy, they sure needed that one. It has been a run, a 10-2 run here in the third quarter for East High.
Grizzlies just need to keep playing their game, try to create more opportunities.
And get a little bit of luck. And find the net. Aubrey Navarrete came in during the timeout for Northwest. There's one blocked out of bounds, and they're going to call a foul here. And who's going to the line to shoot this one? Looks like it'll be Kenzie Edwards.
Kind of got swiped across the face there. I hope she's okay.
Edwards will shoot 2. That's the first team foul on East High. And unlike the first half, not a lot of fouls called in this quarter.
Another fast-moving quarter.
First one from Edwards is good. She'll get one more. It's only the third point in this period for the Grizzlies. They've had a hard time putting the ball through the net.
I'm going to do an official timeout here. Maybe she's bleeding from the mouth. Got to get her subbed out.
And we'll see what they do here. If she has to come out, they can put in anybody they want to take the free throw.
Looks like they're going to put in Sasha Reed.
And, yeah, Edwards is headed over to the trainer's table. We'll keep you posted on what's going on with that. It looks like a nosebleed.
Yeah, she kind of got swiped across the face.
Okay. Sasha Reed will come in and take the second free throw for Kenzie Edwards. And it's good. 31-24. Grizzlies down by 7. They need a couple of stops here to get back into this thing. Rylan Chandler sends one across to Haley Davis, and that could have been picked off real easily. Manuel goes up, misses this time. Navarrete goes up for the rebound and is fouled.
Looks like the foul will be on Davis.
You're right, it is on Haley Davis. That's her first.
Grizzlies seem to be upping the pressure a little bit on defense, trying to get a few more turnovers, try to get back in this game.
Innocent Robinson will inbound as soon as we all show that we're ready. And she gets it into Sasha Reed. Reed was all by her lonesome. She did a good job to get open. Robinson brings it across the timeline.
Looks like it's homecoming night for East as well.
Might be. They got a lot of stuff going on here tonight, and I would be inclined to agree with you since everybody's all gussied up here. Here's a steal by East High. Hadley puts it up and misses, but she's fouled by Barber. That'll be the third foul on Barber.
I actually believe it's her second.
That's only her second?
Yep.
I stand corrected, and I'm glad to be corrected on that one. Manuel will go to the line and shoot a pair.
She could very well have 4 fouls in this game as well. Multiple times fouls were given to the wrong person.
Or to a different person.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. 2-shot foul. First one is up, and it is no good. She'll get one more. Exactly 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Second shot. Missed them both. Rebounded by Sasha Reed. Reed gives it to Richard.
Reed has to be well over 5+ rebounds this game. She's been really active on the boards.
Kind of hard to keep all those stats when you're doing commentary, isn't it? Barber for 3. Good! Wow. NBA 3 for Kamira Barber.
No hesitation as well. She has that type of range, not afraid to pull it.
And the Grizzlies are down by 4. There's a 3 off the heel, rebounded by Barber. She gives it to Robinson. Robinson, one man to beat, puts it up. Barber gets the miss and scores. And just like that, we're down by 2 again. It's 31-29. Well, we needed a couple of stops, as I said. We got them.
No panic from the Grizzlies again, despite being down big.
Underneath to Hamilton, she scores. Hamilton was parked in the lane and had an easy basket out of it. Navarrete will bring it down for Northwest. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Robinson in trouble, gets rid of it. Sasha Reed from the free throw stripe decided to give it away, and here comes Richard driving. She'll give it to Robinson for 3. Good! Innocent Robinson cans a 3, and we're down by 1.
Puts her at 11 points on the night, second Grizzly in double digits.
15 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Down by 1 now.
East High playing for the last shot.
They put it in the hands of Chandler.
I would too. Chandler drives.
And they called the foul on Sasha before the buzzer sounded.
So with less than a second to go, Sasha Reed commits her 4th foul.
One of the better defenders and rebounders on the Grizzlies team.
And they're not going to put any time back on the clock. However, the foul will count. Oh, they called it on Innocent.
They called it.
Ryan Chandler will get her 2 shots and the quarter will end.
That's also Robinson's 3rd foul. So a lot of Grizzlies in foul trouble in the first half.
Chandler makes them both. At the end of 3, it's 35-32 East. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this timeout. Stay with us. This is Grizzly basketball. How's it going?
Good.
Good to see you.
Got a good game going on.
Yeah, it's been good. We've been tied twice, but we've not led.
It's close. Good to see you.
Back at East High, just got a greeting here from a good friend, Terry Moses, who's in the building tonight. Our director of safety for these kids, done a wonderful job, and stopped by the booth to say a quick hello. On the floor to start the fourth quarter for Northwest, it will be Innocent Robinson, Kamira Barber, Aaliyah Richard, Anaya Simpson, and Aubrey Navarrete, the 5 on the floor for your Grizzlies. And again, it's really great to see Anaya Simpson back out there.
Grizzlies going back to the man-to-man defense.
East High having a hard time here. Chandler brings it out, gives it to Davis. Davis on the near side, gives it back to Chandler. Had nowhere to go. That was a smart move. Now from the corner for 3, short. Rebounded by Ari Moore, who's in the game for East High.
I have to say the Grizzlies are helping each other extremely well in this man-to-man defense, really getting over the screens and shutting everything off.
Chandler back out to Manuel, now over to Moore for 3. Pardon me, Moore is short. Rebounded by Simpson. Barber puts it up, misses, put back, good. Aaliyah Richard gets the points. We're down by 1 again.
It's her first basket of the night. Really like to see
as
her
much
get
as she
on.
does on the floor for this team. I'd sure like to see her getting more in the point columns.
Yeah, really one of the...
Rylan Chandler pulls it back out again. The Grizzlies are doing a great job of just totally confusing everything for East High.
Yeah, this man-to-man defense seems to be really working for the Grizzlies.
Chandler has Navarrete on her.
Really upping the pressure in the second half.
Hadley with it now for East High. Back to Chandler. And Chandler with nowhere to go. Now she gives it to Hadley, to Manuel, and Manuel didn't score, but she got fouled. Let's see who they charge this to. Barber's 3rd foul. 4th team foul on Northwest. East High has 2.
Looks like East High takes a timeout here.
Timeout is being taken by East High.
Looks like it'll be a full timeout.
I don't know. It would be nice if the refs would tell us.
Full.
It is a full timeout. Let's take the full timeout with them. Back in 60 seconds with more. This is Grizzly basketball. back at East High, getting set for the start of the fourth quarter with Jonathan Scheu, Kevin Arkin with you, and our production crew of Mirriam Robertson and Kid O'Grady. Glad to have them both on board, doing a wonderful job on their rookie night. And we start coming out of this timeout with a free throw made by Manuel, and it's a 2-point lead again. Now she makes them both, and it's East High by 3. It's been this way for the better part of 3 quarters.
12th point of the night, having a really solid game.
Richard pulls it back out for Northwest, now drives, gives it to Robinson. A little motion offense for Northwest now. East goes into its own man-to-man. Barber with it underneath, puts it up, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
Really aggressive move to the basket there, looking to draw contact.
She really didn't have a very good shot from where she was, but it was good enough to draw the foul.
And that is Chandler's 3rd foul of the game as well, with 5:27 left in the 4th.
First one by Barber is short. She has one more. Nia Chandler comes back in, replacing Ari Moore. Barber makes 1 out of 2. It's a 2-point game. East inbounds with pressure being put on by Northwest. Nia Chandler breaks it, gets it across the timeline.
Despite not leading in this game, the Grizzlies have not backed down at all. No fear in their eyes.
Chandler gives it to Chandler. Rylan Chandler under the basket.
Good
It goes
defense.
out of bounds. It'll stay with East High as it was knocked out by Navarrete. Pretty decent defensive play by Aubrey.
Yeah, good job reaching in there and not committing a foul. Stripping that ball away.
Around the horn it goes for the Blue Aces.
Grizzlies staying in the man defense here.
Hadley gives it off. Nia Chandler has it for East High. Lost the ball, and on the floor with it is Robinson. She gives it to Barber. Now to Edwards for 3. Good! Grizzlies tie it up. That was a 2. I thought it was 3. Evidently had a foot on the line. It's 37 apiece. 3rd tie of the night.
And right back down the floor, the Blue Aces answer right back.
They don't waste any time. We'll give that one to Hadley Davis. Edwards back to Robinson. Kenzie Edwards now gives it to Navarrete. Back
Looking
Edwards
to shoot it
for
again.
3. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by the Blue Aces. Chandler brings it down the floor. Lost the handle. Here comes Robinson back with it.
Grizzlies have numbers here.
Robinson puts it up,
Good
count it.
basket.
And we're tied at 39. 3:39 to go, 4th quarter.
A lot of back and forth action going on here late in the 4th. Both teams battling it out. Eastside calls
And
a
the timeout has been taken by East High. We're going to keep it right here. This is a 30-second timeout. That'll give me the opportunity to tell you all that this is a student-driven production by members of the audiovisual department under the leadership of Mr. Shane Munro at Northwest High. These kids are here tonight to learn the basics of sports television production, and as such, these kids, 2 of whom have never done this before, will be receiving instruction during the night from yours truly, as this is indeed an extension of the classroom. Appreciate your patience while we're making sure these kids learn something tonight while they're having some fun at the same time. We're not ESPN, we're not NBC, we don't attempt to be so, and we appreciate your patience and hope you're enjoying the broadcast of Northwest Grizzly basketball.
East High inbounding out of the timeout.
Grizzlies need to get a stop here.
Really up in the pressure now. Trying to trap at the top.
3-man pressure, and the East breaks it. Hamilton. Around the horn it goes. Rylan Chandler is not the person I want with the ball.
Grizzlies are playing amazing defense here.
Here's Manuel underneath, puts it up. Reverse layup is good. And East High leads by 2. Now there's a loose ball on the floor, and Grizzlies come up with it. Barber will send one down to Kenzie Edwards.
Grizzlies just need to slow it down here in no hurry. Find the right play.
Barber. A long 3. She's fouled. She missed the basket, but she's going to go to the line and take 3 shots.
Chance for the Grizzlies to take their first lead of the night here late in the fourth quarter.
Manuel's second foul. Barber's at the line with a chance to give the Grizzlies the lead. First one. Rims out. Well, so much for the lead. Let's tie it up now. Second one is good. One more. And she makes the third one. We're tied at 41. The 5th tie of the game. 2:35 to go in the 4th.
Still electing to have a lot of pressure. Grizzlies really getting back to their
Manuel drives into the paint, dishes it off to Hamilton. It's short.
Should be Grizzly ball. Chance to take their first lead of the night here.
Grizzlies will get it on the turnover. Robinson with pressure from Hamilton brings it across the timeline. Top of the key, she'll pull it back out. Barber, pardon me, in the corner for Richard. Back out to Navarrete to Robinson. Richard again. Around the perimeter they're going. They're not getting any penetration here at the moment. Navarrete has it. And a timeout being called by Northwest to save the possession. 1:48 to go in the 4th. Grizzlies take a timeout. It's a full timeout, so we'll take it with them.
Oh, yeah, it is.
41 all, 1:48 to go. We'll be back. This is Grizzly basketball. Well, you couldn't ask for a more exciting finish than the one we're going to give you. 41 all with 1:48 to go in the 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for better. It's Grizzlies basketball. They have 1 timeout remaining. East High has 2. Richard will inbound to Robinson. Reed is back out there along with Edwards and Barber. That's the 5 on the floor as we finish the 4th quarter. Edwards to Barber, almost lost it. Barber drives, puts it up, and she's fouled.
Call a blocking foul. She's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
Nope, they're going to call it on the floor, I think.
Oh, wow, they did.
Yep, they're going to keep it on the floor. Block evidently before the shot.
That's Chandler's 4th foul.
That's the 15th foul on the assist.
Rylan Chandler's been a thorn in our side the whole game. Now she's got 4 fouls. She's got to be careful. Edwards misses.
Good rebound.
Reed gets the rebound, gives it to Robinson. Robinson pulls it back out. Richard to Barber. Barber off the glass. Good! Grizzlies lead for the first time tonight. 43-41. 1:15 to go.
Really handled the moment extremely well. No nervousness, no fear.
Chandler with it for East High. Gives it to Hamilton. Underneath, Manuel goes up. It's blocked. Now they're going to call a foul, and I don't like the direction he was pointing.
That might be Reed's 5th foul.
It is Reed's 5th. She is gone. Disqualified on fouls. But you know, she got a long way. She got 2 fouls in the first minute and a half. And really hung in there all night. Had a pretty good game. We can't say anything. Yeah. We can't say enough about the
really good defensively.
Really good job she's done here tonight. Manuel's first one falls. The second one now to tie the game with less than a minute to go in the fourth quarter. Second one is up and good. We're tied at 43, 57 seconds to go. That'll stay with Northwest. That was knocked out by Ryland Chandler. Grizzlies need to get somebody open. Barber will inbound it now. Gets it to Robinson.
Both teams have a foul to give here.
That's unbelievable given the first half. Robinson to Edwards. Navarrete came in to replace Sasha Reed. Robinson has it again. 35 to go. They might just play for one.
I don't blame them.
Pulls it back out. Robinson has it. Top of the key with pressure, so she's going to have to advance it. 19 to go. Robinson had it poked away, and now a timeout has been taken. That's the last timeout for Northwest. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here. We'll give you a game reset here during this timeout. There are 14 and a half seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Tied at 43. 5 fouls apiece. No timeouts left for Northwest. East still has 2.
Go to any play in the playbook here, plenty of time. Try to find your best.
So who do you think is going to take the shot? You know they're going to go for one. Who's going to take the shot?
I would expect them to put the ball in Barber's hand. She's been the dominant force all night.
I think it'll be Barber.
Expect her to drive inside here, either try to draw a foul or get an easy one to go. They've been trying to feed her down low all night. I don't expect them to switch it up. It's been working.
Well, folks, we told you this would be a barn burner. We didn't lie to you. Tied with 15 to go, or less than 15 to go. No changes in personnel for Northwest.
Student section for East in full force now. Really upping the pressure of this moment right here.
Robinson will inbound to Barber. Barber has it.
Balls in Barber's
brings it back across the timeline. Sends it over to Aaliyah Richards. 6 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2.
Got to shoot it.
And guess what, folks? We're going to play overtime for the first time this year. At the end of regulation, it is 43-43. We'll be back with the overtime in 60 seconds. Stay with us. This is Grizzly Basketball. everybody that's here. I didn't find out about these two until like 3 o'clock this afternoon. Back at East High, tied at 43 going into overtime. Tipping the ball, it'll be Kamira Barber for Northwest and Jelia Manuel for East High. And the tip is won by the Blue Aces. We're underway now in overtime.
Remember, both teams with 5 fouls apiece still here.
There's a miss and a rebound by Kenzie Edwards. What are they going to call here?
I think they called a foul. They did call a foul
on Chandler.
That's her 5th. She's fouled out of the game. Oh, never mind. They called it on. Who they called him?
I don't think they called a foul. I think what they called was a jump ball.
That makes sense.
Get in there. It doesn't go. Rebounded by Manuel, and Manuel is fouled by Barber.
That's her 4th. She's got to be careful now. Not pick up that 5th here in overtime when it matters most.
And there are no more fouls to give for Northwest, so the next one will put East High into the bonus.
It's not something you'd like in overtime.
No, exactly. Chandler drives into the paint, dishes it out. Around the horn it goes. There's Davis with it. Davis gives it to Hamilton. That shot is blocked by Navarrete. Here's one to Richard all by herself. She puts it up. It doesn't go. Couldn't get much mustard on it. Now a triple team. They're calling a foul on Robinson.
That's her 4th of the game as well. A lot of Grizzlies in foul trouble now. And it puts the Blue
Anaya
Aces
Simpson's going to come in for Robinson.
The Blue Aces have a chance to take the lead here.
That's only the 3rd on Robinson. That's good news.
Oh,
but it does put East High into the bonus, and it will send Ryan Chandler to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. You need to click that bonus right there for East, right over here. There you go.
Blue Aces take a timeout here.
Must be East.
Yep.
Well, although each team gets one more timeout in overtime, so we needed to change that on our scoreboard. That's my fault because I forgot that rule. You need to add one timeout for us and one for East. And then take away the one for East because they just called it. There you go. 3:03 to go here in the first overtime. We're still tied at 43.
But the Blue Aces at the free throw line now. Chance to take the lead.
Not a good thing. Oh, hi. How are you?
Good. On my way by.
Huh?
I had to say hi on my way by.
I'm glad you did. Good to see you. All right, at the line now is Rylan Chandler. First one is up and good. And the Grizzlies trail 44-43.
First lead change of the overtime period.
First point in the overtime period. And she makes them both. Threw up a rainbow the second time, but it went in. Down by 2 are the Grizzlies. Lots of time left. And there's one over to Edwards. Edwards to Robinson. To Richard. Leah Richard sends it into Barber. Barber in the paint. Oh, she tried to get it to Navarrete, and it was picked off by Manuel. And I think Barber may have fouled her.
Oh, no. Another timeout by the Blue Aces.
It is a timeout. And it's a full timeout. This one we're going to take with them. My voice needs a rest. We'll be back in 60. This is Grizzly basketball. coming out of the timeout in overtime. 2:40 to go. Grizzlies trail 45-43, and they have the ball. I'm sorry, East High has the ball.
So plenty of time left
Plenty
here
of
for
time
the Grizzlies.
left. Grizzlies do need to get a stop here.
Very, very important possession here for the Grizzlies defensively. You expect East High to kind of drain some of the clock. As you can see, they're passing up the open shot to try to chew some more clock.
Chandler over to Davis, now in the corner. Hamilton gets it underneath to Manuel. She puts up a reverse. It doesn't go, and Navarrete gets the rebound. She gives it to Barber. Here come the Grizzlies with a chance to tie or take the lead. And she's fouled, is Barber. She'll go to the line and shoot two.
Looks like she got tripped. That's Chandler's fifth foul.
Chandler is done. Rylan Chandler is disqualified on fouls.
And that's a huge loss for the Aces. That's one of their main facilitators on offense.
How many points does she end up with?
She ended up with 9 points. Really solid game for her.
Yeah, good solid game. And she was, as you said, the facilitator on the team. So that's a good thing. So everybody now will be shooting free throws the rest of the night. Barber at the line to shoot two.
First one's good. Chance for the 6th tie of the game. A lot of back and forth action.
Barber's second one. Get in there. Yes! We're tied at 45. Anaya Simpson comes in, replacing Kamira Barber.
She's going to take I expect a quick little breather. They're going to need her down the stretch here.
Yeah, and, you know, this is a good thing for Anaya Simpson. This is her first game back since her head injury, and,
really?
You know, you don't want to overuse her. You want to ease her back in. This is a good deal. It's a win-win for the Grizzlies.
Really big moment for her to come in. See how
underneath, Hamilton gives it to Manuel, who scores. And the Grizzlies trail again.
That is her 18th point of the night, and I think it's all been inside.
I think it is, too. She is the biggest player on the team.
Biggest player on the court, it looks like.
She is the biggest player on the court at 6 foot even. Edwards, that's a long two. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Manuel. Here comes East High back. Now we got to get a stop. We don't want to be in a position.
She's got to play good, solid defense here, really up the pressure. They called a moving screen. Now that's a player-controlled foul, so I don't think they're going to go to the line.
No, they don't go to the line for that, but it does give us the ball, and it puts us into the bonus.
Little bit of luck there.
Brandon, would you get us in the bonus? Get her to put us in the bonus.
See what the Grizzlies do here, down 2 with a minute left. Trying to get the ball to Barber. She has 23 points on the night. What a spectacular game for her. Shooting the ball really well.
Richard for three. Good! Grizzlies lead! 48-47.
That is only her second basket of the night, but it comes in the biggest moment to give the Grizzlies the lead with less than a minute to go.
East High with it. Hamilton almost had it taken away.
Can't foul.
Manuel with it into the paint, puts it up off the glass and scores. And the Grizzlies trail again. Richard puts it up, doesn't go. Rebounded by Manuel. They'll have to foul now.
What a foul.
And East High, I think, called their last timeout.
East High's coach was all the way out on the floor trying to get that timeout called. Almost at center court.
Exactly 30 seconds remaining in overtime.
Grizzlies are still not out of this game. It's still a one-possession game, even if East makes both of these free throws. Should be no panic here. A lot of Grizzlies have the ability to shoot the three really well.
Well, and Barber has had the hot hand tonight. Although Richard can can them, Robinson can can them, Edwards can can them.
So a lot of good shooters out there. They have a lot of options open. Just try not to force anything. And East High's got to be sure that they make both of these free throws, make it a 3-point game. Big crunch time free throws.
49-48, Grizzlies trail, 30 seconds to go in overtime. East High will inbound, and I would expect somebody's going to pick up a foul here real quick.
Yep. They got a foul.
Moderator's got a foul.
That's a foul.
Well, they're not fouling, and I'm sure that's an instruction on the coach. East High's going to run it out if they don't foul him. Underneath, Hamilton scores. 8 seconds to go. And Barber lost it. That'll do it. Disappointing loss for the Grizzlies. That last basket did count. 53-48 the final. The game not that close. Grizzlies lose it in overtime. We're going to come back after a timeout. We'll give you the totals and highlights and then send it to the boys' game. Stay with us. This is Grizzly basketball. With our production staff of Kid O'Grady, Mirriam Robertson, Kevin Arkin, Jonathan, losing my voice here a little bit as well. What an exciting first game here tonight. Grizzlies girls lose in overtime, and they're about to do a special presentation down here on the field, on the floor, excuse me. And while they're doing that, Jonathan, why don't you give us the totals?
All righty. For the East girls, Ryan Chandler had 9 points despite fouling out, and really the driving force on East was Manuel, who had 20, and a lot of key late baskets in overtime as well, and the fourth quarter. And Hamilton had 8 points as well, and Chandler had 5. All came in the second and third quarter. And let's see here. Hadley had 2 points in the first quarter, and then Davis had 7 with a couple of key late buckets as well.
The ceremony going on the floor, they are paying special tribute to one of the SRO security officers here at East High who passed away recently. They, as you can see, they're holding a framed replica of, or a framed jersey, a police jersey of his, a BOA security jersey. His family is on the floor as well.
Ihde was number 6'2" here at East High for over 8 years. The Wichita Public Schools and East High are retiring Ihde's number 6'2", in honor and in memory of him. There will and never can be another 6'2". Ihde was a true Blue Ace in character, service, and leadership to all of our students, staff, and the entire East High community. Ihde was a proud 2001 graduate of East High School, and in honor of his service, his shirt and security badge will hang in the alumni hall. His smile and laughter were staple in the hallways, whether he was doing hall duty in the Go Zone or working the front lot at lunchtime, working our parking lots and his golf carts. or working the bus lane after school, he was everywhere. As a testament to Ihde's legacy at East High, the current administration team here at East and security team have renamed the first floor East Side Go Zone the 62 Northcutt Way, and this sign will hang right above the door in which she stood every passing period for 8 years. We want to thank him for his service. We miss you, Ihde. We will always love you, Abraham, as I yelled at him on the radio, and we want to just say, fly high, 6'2".
Really nice tribute there.
After this, we'll go up and actually hang his badge and his security shirt in Alumni Hall and take pictures with his family. But we want to thank you guys so much for coming and sharing Ihde with us for all the years that was here as a student and as our security. So thank you so much to the Northcutt family.
Very nice award ceremony, not award ceremony, memorial ceremony for their beloved SRO officer. And East High now playing their alma mater in his honor as well. Well, Jonathan Scheu, we have another one of these to go.
Yep.
And you have to feel for the girls. This is 2 games this year that they think they could have won.
Yeah, they really battled hard all the way throughout, all 4 quarters. And, it's a really tough loss, especially to lose like that. But they really fought. They should be proud of themselves. It was a really, really good game.
They could have given up very early when they were down 7-0.
They fought the whole way, never backed down.
Never backed down. Yeah, absolutely. And they were more physical, I thought, than East High was.
Yeah, they definitely won the rebounding battle for most of the game. And, we're really attacking the basket really well. It just ended the way it did, Can't win them all.
No, we can't win them all, and we commend the girls for an outstanding effort.
And then afterwards, we will be crowning the 2023 Homecoming King.
It is homecoming night for the Blue Aces.
Pardon?
We begin tonight with our first Queen.
You were right. It is homecoming, and the homecoming court is now being presented here at East High.
And is a manager of the East High Landing. She has participated in National Honor Society and the
We're going to go ahead and send it to the Andy Hill pregame show in anticipation of the boys contest. So stay with us. We'll have a 1-minute timeout, and then Andy Hill will join us to talk about the upcoming boys contest. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball.
Hey man, you going out for football?
Band class still needs you, man.
Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate because when activities stop, nobody wins.
Our doubleheader at East High continues shortly as the varsity boys will tip it off against the Blue Aces. And we're joined, as we always are, before each and every varsity game by our head coach, Andy Hill. And Coach, first of all, congratulations to you on your 10th win of the season. Always good to be in double digits. And what a great game it was against Southeast on Tuesday.
Thanks, Kevin. It's good to talk to you. It was a great game, and I was proud of our guys for just kind of how they responded to the game, because there was a stretch there we fell behind, I think 11 points in the second quarter, and really was similar to how the Bishop Carroll game had gone our previous outing. And I was proud that we were tough enough and kind of stayed. We did a much better job staying together and continuing to fight. So that kind of shows us that hopefully we learned something from that Carroll game, and we were able to respond in a more positive way against Southeast. And I thought we did some really good things. I told our guys, I think that was the best game that we put together, combining both ends of the floor, defensive intensity, attention to detail, and then offense kind of moving the ball and taking good shots. I think that's the best game we put together, best overall game for a while now, for a few weeks. So I think we did a lot of good stuff, and hopefully we can continue to build on that.
Well, I couldn't agree more with what you just said. And you mentioned that second quarter deficit when they were down by 11 when we were on air. I mentioned, I said, okay, now we're down double digits. It's time to start chipping away at it. Let's get it to a reasonable level by halftime so that we can come out after halftime, make our adjustments, and take it to them. And that's exactly what happened. They were only down a couple points at half. And how more exciting can it be when you're tied at 45 at the end of the third quarter?
Yeah, definitely. That run we made to close out the second quarter was obviously big. Tayshawn Williams, who, was big all night long, but really he's kind of the one that sparked us in that second quarter. Got open and hit a few shots for us when we'd kind of been struggling to score. And I think that just kind of infused the whole team with confidence. And so that was big to make that run. And then, to go into the fourth quarter with a tie ball game, it is always exciting. And we came out and started that fourth quarter really well, went on a run. I think we got up as much as 8 or 9 points, and then we turned it over a couple in a row to let them get back in it a little bit. But yeah, overall it's great response and exciting game.
Yeah, it was a 10-2 run to start the fourth quarter to get us up by 8. And, that whole thing was led by Tayshawn Williams, who, believe it or not, at some point in the first quarter of the game, I said the words, Tayshawn is kind of quiet tonight. And all of a sudden, he'll look down in the second half of the fourth quarter. He just exploded, and he ended up with 30 points on the night. What a great night for him.
Yeah. How good has he been really all year, but especially I would say since the Valley Center tournament, just kind of setting the tone for us. And, he's turned it up to another level offensively. He's shooting the ball really well lately. And when he, with him, when he stays plugged in for us, from a leadership standpoint, that's when we've been the best. And that's been kind of a learning process for him this year, stepping into this new role of kind of being the leader. He's been a 3-year varsity player, but his first 2 years, we had all kinds of seniors around him. He didn't have to be that leader that we need him to be this year. So there's been a learning curve for him. I think he's doing a good job grasping it, and then just a matter of him being consistent in that role and understanding, how much the guys are going to follow his lead, just from an intensity standpoint and a mental standpoint, and how important it is for him to bring it every single day. And he's really grown in that area. And so I'm proud of him.
So we turn our attention now. We've got East High at their place. Great place to play. They always draw well. The game is played in more of a pit atmosphere. It seems like they're playing in the bottom of the pit. Pardon me. Which gives it a totally different atmosphere. Being this is our second time around now in City League. Anything different to expect tonight from East High?
A little bit. I mean, they've kind of been searching a little bit for an identity this year, struggling a little bit. I know they've had some roster turnover over the last few weeks, and some new guys are stepping in and filling some roles for them. But they're a good group. They're playing really hard still, and they're they played at Bishop Carroll a couple weeks ago, and they had Carroll down 12 in the fourth quarter and ended up losing by 4. So the wins have been tough for them to come by, but they're good enough to get anybody on a given night, and we know that. So we'll have to be ready and come out and play our best game.
You've got your last 3 out of 4 on the regular season on the road starting tonight at East. Anything different in practice when you're working with the players, knowing that you're going to be on the road for most of the remainder of the season?
Not really. I wouldn't say we approach anything differently practice-wise from a standpoint of home versus road. Just always focusing on doing what we need to do to play our best basketball, put ourselves in a position to win no matter where we play. It's in the city league, road games are not the same necessarily as when you're in a different kind of community where you actually have to travel and get on the bus, So there's not a lot of places we go where it's like a true road environment, other than you're just, playing in a different gym. So, East will have a good crowd. Capon always has big crowds when we go there, but just doing what we need to do to prepare.
Okay. What's the injury situation for tonight?
We should be healthy.
Super. Best of luck to you then against the Blue Aces tonight. Let's get that big stretch run going here before playoff time and get the mojo going as well. And we'll look forward to a visit with you before we play our Tuesday game down at South High.
All right, that sounds good, Kevin. Thanks.
Head coach Andy Hill on our pregame shows. Stay tuned. We're going to take a 90-second timeout, and then we'll be back with the starting lineup and the play-by-play of tonight's game against the Wichita East High School Blue Aces. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Wichita Northwest Grizzlies basketball is on the air. Welcome to another season of basketball, Grizzlies style, as Northwest pursues a 6A state title. Follow your Grizzlies all season long on their YouTube page with links available at NWHS Grizz. Grizzlies basketball is sponsored this year in part by Mel Hambledon Ford at the big corner of 119th West and Kellogg. We're better. We're proving it. You be the judge. And by Andrews Cleaning Service, with programs for residential, commercial, or special cleaning projects. Check them out at wichitacleaningservice.com. And by Keystone Solid Surfaces, providing quality granite countertop products for your home. Check them out at KeystoneSolidSurfaces.com. And by Todd Eflin Narrates, voice acting for just about anything with words, commercials, training videos, audiobook, and telephone services. Find me at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com. And now, let's go courtside for today's contest. And your host, Kevin Arkin.
Welcome back to Northwest and East High at East High. Just coming off a rather disappointing but hard-fought game by the ladies. They lost 53-49, 48, I believe. In overtime, first overtime game of the year we've had for either team. We're going to see if we can get somebody from team on here with us. Hang on a moment. We have our star of the game from the girls contest with us. Number 21, Aaliyah Richard, has joined us. And Aaliyah, I know you're disappointed at the result, but all of us up here know what a tremendous job you and the rest of the team did in that game.
Yeah.
You did everything but win it.
I know.
Thank you very much. In overtime, we've had the first overtime either team has had all year. And, you could have rolled over and played dead in the first quarter when you got down 7-0.
Yeah.
And just the opposite happened. You guys fought all night long.
Kept going, yep.
So what do you attribute this all to?
I don't know.
That's a tough question, I know. And folks, just so you know, this is totally unplanned. She happened to be walking by, and I literally grabbed her arm and said, "Come over here."
Caught me.
Caught you in stride, literally. So, I know you're disappointed at the loss, but
we played hard.
You played hard. You played well.
I know they didn't expect us to go into overtime, so.
No, they did not.
I think they got scared.
And, you didn't have a lot of buckets, but boy, that three-pointer you had late in the game, that was huge. So congratulations on that. That's really the reason we got into overtime.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that. Now
thank you.
You look ahead because you still have 2 more games left. You have South High, and then you go to Capon to wrap up the season. So what are you thinking in terms of Tuesday night?
I think we're going to play angry, and we're going to be able to get that game because we're all very, very upset about this. So we're going to use that emotion to play. I think it's South next. Yeah, we're going to use that emotion to play against South.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to do our homework.
We're at South.
Yeah.
So we're playing in their backyard. Unfortunately, we have nothing but road games left. So the way our schedule just happened to work out all of it. You're on the road again, but that game is winnable. This game was winnable too.
We only lost to them by, I think, 8 or 7 the last time.
Yeah, it was close, and I that game was winnable when you played it. So you can go into their backyard and do the same thing.
Yep.
So I know you guys will try and do that.
Yep.
How about Anaya Simpson coming back tonight?
She was excited.
It was.
Everybody keeps calling her concussion girl. And during warm up, she got hit in the head with the
really?
ball. Yes.
Oh, we didn't see that.
However,
obviously it didn't hurt much.
No, she was laughing.
Oh, good. Good. And, it's good to have her back. And,
yeah, she's happy. We're all happy that she's back.
And I know she played sparingly tonight, and that would have been, I think any coach would have done the same thing, and playing her sparingly
it's
after
her first game
that.
back, so.
Yeah, first game back. But it was good to have her back, and I'm sure she'll be back full force on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure she's ready.
Okay, all righty.
Oh, she's playing JV right now, actually.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, so she's getting some more game time.
She's good.
Okay, well, good for her. So, well, we'll let you go down and cheer for her. And any thoughts about this game coming up on Sunday?
The Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I don't really watch football.
You don't watch football?
But let's go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. There you go. You held up your hand here. You're wearing did you wear a splint or did you tape that during the game?
I taped it, yeah.
So how's the finger doing?
It's better, but if I try to bend it still hurts and stuff. So. Okay,
well, you're probably going to have that the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Let it heal in the off season. So, all right. Well, congratulations again on a good job tonight. We
Thank you.
Sure appreciate watching you, and it was fun to watch, even though we didn't like the outcome.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Go get them on Tuesday. Aaliyah Richard, our guest here in between games, will be. We'll be visiting with her again, I am sure, before season is out. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and talk more about our pregame of the boys contest. So stay with us. This is Grizzly basketball.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Thank you for chasing those. All righty. We're back. All right, we're back here at East High, and we've still got about 8 minutes before the introduction of the starting lineups for the varsity game, as we're running way behind schedule tonight between the overtime game and the homecoming court and the presentation.
Mic check. There we go.
There you go. I don't know how. Somehow we got switched. I must have done that. So, Jonathan Scheu, what do you think our keys to this game are going to be?
Kind of the same thing as the girls' game. It's kind of just play good defense, rebound, create opportunities for yourself, be physical, turnovers, play a good, clean game, and we have a really good chance of winning this game.
And it doesn't get any easier. We've got 3 hard games, well, 3 hard games left, I should say.
Yeah.
And that is, we are at, I found Mrs. Moses. I was looking for her earlier to get her up here. Now she's down there on the floor. I lost my thought. We're at South on Tuesday. That's going to be no picnic.
Lost a close game earlier in the year, only by 2 points, I think.
Yep.
South.
Now we got to do it at their place, and the girls also lost in that we lost both ends of the doubleheader at home. That's the only time we've lost a doubleheader at home this year. So we've got to deal with that on Tuesday, and we'll be on the air Tuesday night, 5:40 from South High with the pregame show, and I'm going to qualify that. I'm going to start doing it now. South High is one of the several buildings in this district that it is almost impossible to get a signal out of.
Yep.
If we can't get a signal out, we will record both games and upload them overnight. You can watch them on Wednesday, and you'll know that we're doing that if you tune in and we're not there.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're going to know, because we won't be able to get a signal out to tell you. So we're planning on going live. They don't have hardwired Ethernet at South High. Of course, they don't have it here at East either, but we're having no trouble here at East tonight. Our signal here at East is always pretty good. We don't usually have much of an issue here with it.
Tonight's Greater Wichita Athletic League matchup, which will feature the Grizzlies from Wichita Northwest.
We're going to have the presentation of the colors here shortly, and when we do, I need to when the flag comes out down there, camera on the flag the whole time.
2023 into the Wichita High School East Athletic Hall of Fame. Fans are reminded that no one is allowed on the gym floor no matter how sick the dunk at any time during the games. Fans are also asked not to stand along the railings while the games are in progress. Fans, please visit our award-winning concession stand located on the upper level of the southwest corner of the gym. All proceeds tonight going to the East Side Athletic Department. Please place all trash and recyclable items in the various bins found around the gymnasium. Help us keep Blue Ace Nation clean. Restrooms are also located on that upper level of the southwest corner by the concession stand. Fans, please remember there is absolutely no tobacco use of any kind that includes vaping on any USB 259 property, indoors or out. Thank you for doing your part to make Blue Ace Nation tobacco-free. Also, please remember there is absolutely no admittance back into the game once you leave. Fans who do not drive to tonight's game are reminded you must be gone within 30 minutes of the final buzzer of the boys' game, or you will not.
You gave me 6. Hang on a minute.
And now a quick reminder to all fans about good sportsmanship. All action should be for and not against, positive and not disrespectful or negative in any way. Be courteous to all. Know the rules and abide by your respective decisions.
Henderson's not starting.
Lose the dignity, display appreciation for good performances regardless of the team. Exercise self-control.
Yeah, I don't think.
Positively upon yourself, upon your team, and upon your school. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and students of Wichita,
Okay.
this is the voice of the Aces. Thanking you for attending.
Grizzlies are taking their final warm-ups. We're waiting for the presentation of the colors and the introduction of the players. That will be coming along here shortly. Grizzlies are the road team. They will be in dark uniforms tonight. They'll be in navy blue uniforms with gold trim and dark blue numerals where it's impossible to see them.
Yeah.
My least favorite uniform. Actually, my least favorite uniform ever is Maize South's soccer uniforms.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
They have white uniforms with yellow numerals and no borders.
Yep.
And you cannot read the numbers.
Especially in the sunlight, too, outside in soccer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Impossible to read the numbers. So Maize South needs a new haberdasher as well.
Yeah, our jerseys look really nice, but
they're nice jerseys, but they're not good for TV.
Yep, for an announcer standpoint.
And they're not good for us. They're as far away as I am.
Yep.
Because I have old eyes. So everybody's healthy for Northwest, so we'll see what happens.
It's good to hear. Had a little bit of injury problems early in the year, but I remember one game, tough win over Southeast on the road, down 2 of our starters. So
that was a tough game. And we certainly hope Tayshawn Williams stays hot. He scored 30 on Tuesday.
Really, really good game from him. Really turned up late.
Yeah, he put it all on in the second half because in the first quarter I distinctly remember saying that Tayshawn's been kind of quiet tonight. So that turned out to be anti-prophetic. Turned you off. Awaiting the PA announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would now ask that you please rise and face the center court. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the Ihde Peppy Pilots Pep Band playing our national anthem. The colors tonight are being presented by the Wichita High School East Air Force JROTC Color Guard, commanded tonight by Cadet Major Houston King. On the Kansas flag is Tech Sergeant Raven King, and the guards tonight are First Lieutenant Nat Doe and First Lieutenant Savannah DeBoer.
That's the national anthem before the introduction of the players tonight. And now let's get set for the introduction of our starting lineup. You make sure she's got it on our bench. They're playing the alma mater here at Ihde again as the flag leaves the field. Ihde, the oldest high school in Wichita. Okay, let's introduce the starting lineups. We're going to start with the home team, the Ihde boys, coached by Carlin Witten. He's assisted by Melvin Randall and Marcus McCoy. A 6'3" sophomore forward, number 14, Colin Laws. 6'5" senior forward, number 15, Julian King Ingram. 6 foot junior guard, number 22, LT Robinson. 6 foot junior guard, number 32, Marcus White. And a 6'4" junior forward, number 40, Jackson Woodson. That's Laws, King Ingram, Robinson, White, and Woodson for Ihde. Now the Grizzlies, coached by Andy Hill, assisted by Gavin Darr, Kylan Hawkins, and Jim Murnaugh. Number 2 is a 5'9" junior guard, Tayshawn Williams. Number 5, a 5'11" sophomore guard, Eli Benning. 5'9" senior guard, number 10, David Hudspeth. 6'4" senior forward, number 22, Javon Glover. And finally, a 5'8" senior guard, number 24, L.J. Phillips. For Northwest, it's Williams, Hudspeth, Benning, Glover, and Phillips in the starting lineup tonight. And again, we want to thank our production crew. Your producer engineer for the first half is Kid O'Grady, and our videographer, Mirriam Robertson. To my right is Jonathan Scheu, and I'm Kevin Arkin. And you can turn yourself back up here. And I turned you down for the national anthem. I forgot to tell you I was going to do that earlier.
Mic check 1, 2. There we go.
Grizzlies are going to play from right to left in their dark uniforms. Blue aces in white with blue numerals, blue trim. Javon Glover for Northwest and Jackson Woodson for East on the opening tip. We're getting ready to kickstart this one. Grizzlies trying to get a split here tonight, and East High wins the opening tip. With the ball, King Ingram.
Looks like the Grizzlies are starting in a man-to-man here. Good hands there by Hudspeth.
Laws gets it back out to Ingram. Ingram still with it, moving around, puts it up. It's blocked and taken away there by the Grizzlies. Hudspeth sends it up to Tayshawn Williams, and he lost the ball.
East High
picked off by Robinson, and here comes East High. And Robinson missed the lay-in. Back out for a 3. That's off the heel. No good. Rebounded by the Grizzlies.
And they turn it right back over.
Little sloppy play by both teams here. Jackson Woodson, goes up. And he is fouled going up.
Looks like it's going to be on Eli Benning.
That's the first team foul on either team. It is on Benning.
It's going to be a shooting foul.
It'll have Woodson shooting a pair. Trying to break the double Schneider. And he makes the first one. Second one is up and is good. 2-0 East High over Northwest. Less than a minute into the game. Benning will bring it down the floor for Northwest. He's got Hudspeth down there, L.J. Phillips, Tayshawn Williams, and Javon Glover to help.
Northwest, it's their first time to really slow it down, get into a good play.
There's Glover with it. Back out to Tayshawn Williams. Williams driving, puts it up. It's partially blocked, but he scores anyway, and we're tied at 2.
Good head fake there by Tayshawn to get the defender to jump, give himself an open shot there down low.
Ingram brings it up for East High. Guarded by Eli Benning. Gets around Benning on a spin move. Stops, puts it up off the glass, doesn't go, gets his own rebound. Robinson has it and dishes it off back to Ingram on the near side. Ingram has his shot blocked
by Henderson.
By Glover. Yeah, you're good. Javon Glover blocks that one out of bounds. It'll stay with stay with East, Inbounded. Robinson has it. He drives, and his shot is partially blocked. The putback by Woodson. He's fouled on the way up. He's going to go to the line and shoot a pair.
Looks like that one's on Glover. Glover and Henderson have very similar hair.
They do.
Easy
if you can't read their eye, I confuse the two of them all the time. So, sometimes you tell the players by a physical characteristic. And in many cases, it's the hairstyle, especially the girls. If you can't read the numbers because the hair is real long, you got to look at the hairstyle, and you find a way to memorize it. Woodson makes 1 out of 2. It's 3-2 East. 6:15 to go, first quarter. And here comes Eli Benning, bringing it down the far side of the field. Ingram in front of him. He gives it off to Glover. Glover gives it to Williams. Tayshaun drives, sends it across, and we have a whistle.
Looks like they called a foul on East. Pushed him on the pass.
LT Robinson guilty of the infraction for the Blue Aces. That's their first team foul. Out it comes to Hudspeth.
East High still
David,
the man
nice
defense.
move. Puts it up, and it's blocked. Rebound by Woodson. Ingram will bring it down the floor for East High. Ingram calls out a play and gives it off on the far side.
What a defensive play by L.J. Phillips.
That was a good play. It's going to stay with East High, and it's a shame those kind of plays don't get better rewarded.
And that's every game for him. Always hustling, always going after loose balls, getting on the floor.
Barry Glover comes in for East, replacing Ingram. Robinson back to Laws. Now to Glover. And Benning is all over him.
Called 5 seconds, I believe.
I think so. Referee on this side of the floor called the 5-second violation. It'll be Northwest ball.
Great defense there by Eli Benning. Really staying on his hip and not going anywhere. Forcing the 5-second call.
3-2. Grizzlies trail. 5:17 to go. First quarter. Benning will bring it across the timeline. Gives it to Tayshaun Williams. Williams up underneath and doesn't get the roll. That went out of play, and that should turn over to East High.
Really good effort there by Tayshaun.
It was a good effort by Williams and a good effort by L.J. Phillips to try and save it. Glover brings it down for East. He drives, puts it up off the glass, and scores. Eli Benning will bring it down for Northwest. Benning to LJ, up off the glass, count the basket, and a foul.
Called an offensive foul, I believe.
Oh, come on. Surely not.
Never mind. It looked like she signaled for an offensive foul, but I think she was just counting the basket.
I think so. The basket by Phillips should count.
I think LJ thought she called an offensive foul too because he looked really disappointed for a second.
Well, you thought it was an offensive foul by her reaction. And that one is good.
Oh, they did not count the basket.
Well, they didn't put it up. I'm waiting for him to put it up. I want to know why it didn't count and why he only got one shot.
Yeah.
Now they put it up and we're tied at 5. That's better.
I was really confused for a second.
Yeah, well, so was the scorekeeper. And I don't envy that guy. That scorekeeping in basketball is a difficult task. Very difficult task, yeah.
A lot of things to keep track of.
Barry Glover brings it down for the Aces. We're tied at 5, 4.5 to go. There's one by Laws that's short and rebounded there by Glover.
Good closeout there by the Grizzlies, really not giving them a lot of room to shoot the ball.
Benning with it now, drives it into the paint. Tried to put it up, it was blocked. He gets his own rebound. Tayshaun Williams has it out top of the key.
There's a lot of length inside there for East. Grizzlies are having a little bit of difficulty getting over those tall defenders.
Williams can't get the roll. That's 2 in a row that he's missed, and Barry Glover brings it down now for the Blue Aces. On the near side, Martinez into the game for East.
And he gives it up.
And that'll be a foul. It's going to
They called a jump ball.
Oh, come on.
Possession arrow stays with Northwest, though, so they still retain possession.
Now they retain possession on the jump ball, alternating possession, arguably the dumbest rule in all of sports, and there's living proof.
Ball knocked out of play there.
It's going to stay with the Grizzlies. Williams will inbound it again. Gets it to Benning. Benning gets it out to Jerome Henderson, who just came into the game for Northwest when we weren't paying attention. Benning with it. Across the way.
Yeah, it looks like Sincere Thompson.
He also came in when we weren't looking. There's one that misses. It's knocked out of play. That should stay with Northwest, and it does. 3:19 to go, first quarter, tied at 5.
I think they came in for Hudspeth and L.J. Phillips, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Third shot at another possession here for the Grizzlies.
Let's get a basket here, guys. Come on. Williams with it. To Glover.
Good pass
underneath.
Inside.
Come on. There's a foul. And we're going to be shooting 2 free throws here and a chance to break this tie.
You know, for as big as Javon is, he really passes the ball extremely well. Great pass in there to Sincere Thompson, who forces the foul.
Free throw is no good. Sincere will get one more. On the floor with him, Jerome Henderson, Tayshawn Williams, Eli Benning, and Javon Glover. That's the 5 on the floor for the Grizzlies. And he makes 1 out of 2. The Grizzlies take the lead, 6-5. Glover lost the handle, got it back. Gives it to Martinez, back to Glover. Underneath, loose ball, picked off by Henderson.
Great hands by the Grizzlies early on defense, forcing a lot of bad passes.
Williams puts it off the glass, no good. Loose ball, who's going to get it? And coming away with it will be East.
East High has numbers here. Great hustle back by Jerome Henderson.
Henderson makes a great defensive play to block the pass. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with East. But that's still a great play.
Yeah, he was almost near midcourt before that pass was thrown. Really hustled down there.
Glover comes out. Benning comes out. Hudspeth and L.J. Phillips come back in. Out here to Martinez. Martinez over to Glover, back to Martinez now, top of the key. Grizzlies man-to-man.
They like to go smaller here. We'll see how they'll deal with the length inside on the offensive end.
They're giving up size across the board.
Tallest player on the floor, Jerome Henderson, at 6'2".
That's for us.
Yep.
Glover gives it to Martinez off the glass. No good. Put back by Martinez. Get it. Martinez got 2 cracks at it, made it the second time, and it's 7-6 East. Hudspeth drives into the paint, puts it up, and doesn't get the roll. And the Grizzlies are having a problem with somebody putting cellophane over the basket again. Glover for East.
A lot of good looks.
Drives
for the
around,
Grizzlies.
puts it up, whistle. We're going to have a foul called on.
Looks like it's Sincere Thompson. Caught him on the way going up.
Yep, looks that way. And now we have a timeout being taken by somebody.
I think it's by Northwest. It's only 30-second timeout.
That's a 30-second timeout. In that case, we'll just keep it here. 1:34 to go. Grizzlies trail 7-6. We got free throws coming. And if you're just tuning in and you missed the girls' game, go back and watch it on the podcast after we're done here.
Yeah, what a great game by
that was a great game.
By both sides. Really came down to the last possession. Kind of a situation of whoever had the ball last kind of won.
That's about the way it ended up, too. That one of the better efforts from our girls this season, albeit in a losing cause. But they were all over the floor in that game. That was just unbelievable.
I really feel like the boys and girls have a really similar play style. They're both really active on the defensive end, move around, play with their hands, and just get really physical down low.
Free throws by Barry Glover for East. Here comes the first one. Off the heel, no good. They'll get one more. 3 team fouls apiece. Glover's second one misses also, and it's rebounded by Glover.
Good strong rebound there by Javon.
Yeah, actually, that was Jerome Henderson with the rebound, and the hair got us again. We can't read the numbers, so we're going by hair, and we lose. Thompson, spin move, off the glass, doesn't go. Rebounded by Colin Laws for East, but nice move by Laws. There's a three-pointer try, missing everything. Putback, though, is good. And the putback, gosh,
I don't have him on my roster.
He's not on my roster. Let me get one of the ones I picked up at the door and see. He's not on that roster either. So we have a mystery guest, number 44 for East.
While we're trying to figure that out, Tayshawn got fouled.
If you're 44's mother and you're watching this, we don't hate you. We don't know who he is.
I don't have 13 either.
I don't have a 13 either.
Actually, pardon. Never mind.
I might have to give Mr. Creighton some trouble about this at halftime. Actually, I won't do that, but it sounded good when I said it. Williams is at the line shooting free throws. Oh, he missed the first one. He gets one more.
Chance to cut the lead to 2 here.
Second one is good. Less than a minute to go. First quarter, 9-7. Grizzlies trail.
Kind of a low-scoring first quarter here, unlike the girls' game.
It is a low-scoring first quarter. And a lot of fouls in the first quarter. They've called 7.
Not much has changed from the girls' game, except it's a lower-scoring affair.
Laws has it for East High on the far side now, guarded by Williams. He gives it up to Ingram, who's back in the game.
Grizzlies are playing great man-to-man defense, not letting any room.
Martinez trying to get around Henderson. Puts it up, doesn't get the roll, and it's rebounded by Phillips. He gives it to Tayshawn Williams.
Likely going to play for one here with 10 seconds
10 seconds to go. I'm sure that's what they'll do. You're right. Up and doesn't get the roll again. Williams is snake bit here in the first quarter. And that'll do it. Oh my gosh! Well, that'll make Sports Center.
They counted it, too. Got it off in time.
12-7 at the end of the first quarter after that long three-pointer. We'll be back with the second quarter after this. Stay with us. This is NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball. Back at East High, we're getting ready for the start of the second quarter. And between all of us up here in the booth, we have no clue who scored that long bomb. 12-7, Grizzlies trail at the end of one. They're going to have to get it back.
I think it was number 24.
It might have been. That would have been Brandon Dale. I would be surprised if it was him. I don't think he was in the game.
Actually, no.
He's in there now, though.
Who's that down low? I think that was him. Yeah, number 1. It was number 1.
That was Martinez.
It was number 1.
Okay. Ball goes out of play, turns over to Northwest. Grizzlies need to get a couple of buckets here. They hopefully maintenance came and took the cellophane off the basket. That one goes out of play, and it will turn over to East High. On the floor for Northwest, you've got Eli Benning, Sincere Thompson, Liam Calvert, the 6'2 sophomore forward into the game, David Hudspeth, and Javon Glover. That's your 5 on the floor here to start the second quarter. Almost got one stolen away, and then East High threw it out of bounds. It'll be Northwest basketball.
Has really been a defensive battle this game. Not a lot of offense from either team.
No, low-scoring first quarter.
The Grizzlies are not at all out of this, even though
Not
it's been
at all.
a little bit unlucky on the offensive end. It's only a 5-point game still.
There's one that's intercepted by the mystery guest, and bringing it down the floor is Martinez. Up with it is Braden Dale, and he missed it. Rebounded by Northwest. Here comes Benning with it. Benning in the paint. Puts it up. Spin move doesn't go. Rebounded by Colin Laws of East. And the Aces will bring it back down again, and Grizzlies having a hard time finding the bucket.
Both teams here struggling on the offensive boards. A lot of one-and-done possessions for both teams.
Dale has his blocked and taken away. Nice job by David Hudspeth. He dishes it off. There's a lay-in, count it. Hudspeth feeds it to Sincere Thompson, and Thompson gets the bucket. We're down by 3. 6:15 to go, second quarter. Ingram has it for the Blue Aces. Gets it back out to Martinez. Colin Laws now. Braden Dale with it. 2-3 zone now being played in there by Northwest, at least for the moment. Dale with it underneath. Forgot to take the ball with him, and the mystery guest gets it.
It's blocked by Glover again. His third block of the
off
game.
The glass, no good. Calvert gets the rebound. Here comes Northwest back with a chance to get it close or even tie it. Benning. And he's fouled.
Looks like by number 44 again.
Listen to the announcement. Kevin what?
Davis.
Kevin Davis is number 44. We've got that covered. Sometimes you need a little help from the PA box, that's all. Grizzlies will inbound. 5:34 to go, second quarter. It comes in, and Benning has it, top of the key, drives, now gives it off. Calvert missed on a three-pointer. Underneath, Javon Glover scores, and we're down by 1.
Great find inside there by Tayshawn Williams. They lost Glover down there wide open on the block.
Ingram brings it across the timeline for the Aces. He gives it over to Martinez. Back to Davis. That one goes out of play, deflected out by Northwest. Nice job defensively by the Grizzlies. And again, they're playing a pretty good game. Inbounded. Laws has it from the free throw stripe, puts it in and out, no good. The worst place to take a shot from. Williams. Lost the ball, gets it back.
It's going to be a kicked ball.
Yeah, it will be a kicked ball.
Both teams having trouble handling the ball. A lot of sloppy turnovers.
Yeah, somebody put some axle grease on the basketball here, and it's just sliding around. Ingram will bring it across the timeline for the Aces. Colin Laws with it. Hudspeth, good defense on him. Calvert almost got a steal. Drive underneath, and there's a block shot by Glover.
That is his fourth block of the game in the first half.
Amazing job by Javon Glover. There's a three-pointer that misses.
Great
Calvert
rebound.
gets the rebound. Benning in the paint, puts it up, count it. Eli Benning gives the Grizzlies their lead at 13-12 with 4 minutes to go.
His first bucket of the game.
Make sure you stay with us at halftime, folks, as we have the athletic director of East High, Fred Creighton, scheduled to join us up here for a visit. We don't know how long he'll be with us. He's got some presentations to make at halftime first, and we'll fill that time until he gets here. Here's Colin Laws for three, off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Tayshawn Williams. All alone is Benning. and he lays it in. And just like that, East High is going to take a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take the timeout with them. Stay with us. We'll be back in 60. This is Grizzly basketball. Back at East High coming out of the timeout. 3:25 to go in the second quarter. Grizzlies lead by 3. Each team has taken a timeout. Grizzlies have 3 team fouls and East High has 5. East High inbounds. We're back underway again, and it is Barry Glover bringing the ball up the floor. He gives it to Woodson. Glover all over Woodson, and they cough it up, and they're going to call foul on Glover, and that's unfortunate.
Just like
Glover will come out, and L.J. Phillips will come in for him. That's the second foul on Javon Glover.
Just like the girls' game, a lot of the Grizzlies' points coming from inside the paint. Matter of fact, the Grizzlies have not made a three-pointer yet. I believe they've only shot one, and yet they still have the lead.
Glover with it for East High. He gives it off on the far side there to Marcus White. Now to Ashton White. Over here on the near side. Up and off the heel. No good. Rebounded by Williams. Tayshawn Williams goes coast to coast, and he's fouled. That'll stay on the floor. That's the 6th team foul on East High. So beyond this, the rest of the half, Grizzlies will be shooting free throws. Now we have a charge called.
Called a moving screen, I think. Might be on Eli Benning.
You're right, it is.
Trying to get Tayshawn open in the corner for a three-pointer. Didn't get his feet set.
It's too bad. He was open. It worked.
It's his second foul of the game.
So East High will bring it up the floor. That's Barry Glover with it. Being guarded by Hudspeth.
Looks
now
like
over to Robinson.
Looks like Jerome Henderson came in for Eli.
Now we have a travel called, and it's Northwest basketball.
Yeah, White traveled with it.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but has this been a sloppy first half or
what? It
has
been a very sloppy first half.
Both teams.
Yep. A lot of mishandles, turnovers.
Henderson puts up a long two, and it doesn't go, and it's rebounded there by Ashton White.
Man, the Grizzlies have got a lot of good open shots, just can't get the ball to go in.
Cellophane is still on the net.
A lot of rim outs.
And with all that, they've still got the lead. That one off the top of the backboard is rebounded by Tayshawn Williams. Almost at his pocket pick, but still maintains possession. Top of the key, now he drives, dishes it off from 6 feet. Can't get it to go. Hudspeth misses, and East High gets the rebound. Glover with it, dishes it away to White. Far side, there's a three-point try, uncontested off the heel, no good, and there's going to be a foul there on Marcus White.
I believe that's his third. Not sure.
It is his third, and it puts Northwest into the bonus
I actually played against Marcus White in middle school.
Sincere Thompson will get a 1-and-1 opportunity. These would be good free throws to be successful at. First one is good. Increases the lead to 4 points.
With the way this game is going, every point matters.
Been a low-scoring first half. And he makes them both. Good job by Sincere Thompson. Liam Calvert comes back in for Northwest, replacing Sincere Thompson. 17-12, Grizzlies lead. 79 seconds remaining in the first half.
And with those free throws, Sincere Thompson is now the leading scorer for the Grizzlies with 5.
Here's Barry Glover going coast to coast, but he can't finish it. Woodson is fouled. Count the basket. He'll go to the line to shoot one.
That is the first basket of the second quarter for East.
Is it really?
Yep. Had 12 in the first quarter.
That's right. It was 12-7 at the end of the first quarter. That's the first points. And he missed the free throw. East High gets the rebound. Now Glover puts up a three and it misses. Henderson gets the rebound. Here comes Northwest. Less than a minute to go in the quarter.
Grizzlies have been boxing out really well on the defensive end, getting those defensive rebounds.
Hudspeth puts it up off the glass. It doesn't go. Glover brings it down and he's fouled. That's a frustration foul if I ever saw one. That's on L.J. Phillips. That's his first. And that puts East High in the bonus.
Not a bad foul considering they were in transition. But like you said, it was a frustration foul.
It was. Silly foul to take. Barry Glover for a 1-and-1 gets the first one.
Has a chance to bring East High within one here. 3.5 to go in the second.
Makes them both 17-16. Northwest leads. Been a low-scoring quarter. 10-6 is the score of the quarter.
10-4.
10-4. Excuse me. You're right.
Grizzlies going to play for one here.
25 to go on the clock.
Hudspeth has to be careful. Advance the ball.
And he pulls it back out now with Glover on him. Drives again into the paint, puts it up. It's blocked, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot two. 9 seconds to go in the half.
So you want at the free throw line if you're the Grizzlies. Hudspeth, a great free throw shooter.
Foul is charged to Colin Laws. That's his first. 8th team foul in the half for East High. Hudspeth will get 2 here. And the first one is short.
I jinxed him.
You did jinx him.
I should know better.
That's right. We'll see what happens here on number 2. Makes the second one, and the Grizzlies lead by a pair with 8 seconds to go.
Hudspeth.
Glover brings it down for East. And that is going to be a blocking foul charged to Liam Calvert.
Yeah, didn't get his feet set. Was in great position though.
And you know, every time I say that, in anticipation of the call, I'm always wrong. They charged it to Phillips. That's his second.
Wow.
And the first one is good. They got a chance to tie it up here before half.
I'm right there with you. I thought that was on.
I don't know how that wasn't on Calvert, but obviously I'm wrong. And that one missed. Rebound, and that's it. We are at halftime, and the score at half is Northwest 18, East High 17. We'll be back with the beginning of our halftime extravaganza. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and then we'll be back. Join us, the athletic director here at East High at some point. You're watching.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
That's the Ihde dance team performing here at halftime. Grizzlies lead 18-17 over the Blue Aces at half, and they have a couple of things going on here at halftime. They've actually extended the halftime to 15 minutes. For that, and the principal of Ihde, Sarah Richardson, is going to be making presentations. They're going to induct 5 people into the Ihde Hall of Fame, and we'll let you watch the ceremony. And as that's going on, we'll tell you some of the highlights and scoring-wise of the first half for each team. We'll start with Ihde. Manuel Martinez, 5 points, all in the first quarter. Barry Glover with 4 points. Brandon Dale with 3. Jackson Woodson with 4. 4, 8, 11. By George, that's 12. That's 17 points. For Northwest, it just didn't seem like we got them all. It's a low-scoring game. Northwest, Tayshawn Williams has 3 points in the first quarter. Eli Benning, 4 points in the second quarter. Hudspeth has 1. Sincere Thompson leads all scorers with 5. That shows you how low-scoring the game is. Nothing against Sincere Thompson, but 5 points at halftime, leading both teams is unbelievable. Javon Glover with 2 and L.J. Phillips with 3. That rounds out the scoring for Northwest. It's 18-17 here at the end of the first half.
Our next inductee from the class of 1974 is Urban Garnes.
Ihde still making their presentations here at halftime.
As a senior, he was the city league
give you a programming note. We will give you our programming for next week. Next week we go to South High. We go to South High on Tuesday and take on the Titans in a City League doubleheader. We'll be on the air at 5:40 on Tuesday from South High, providing that we can get a signal out of their building. They do not have hardwired internet, and their building is one of the buildings that is hard to get a signal out of. So we'll do it if we can, but if you tune in and we're not there, it's because we're recording the game. We'll upload it overnight if we can't do it live. And on Friday, we'll be back home for our home finale. We'll take on the West High Pioneers. That'll be a single game only. The boys will play. The girls will not be playing because West High's girls season was canceled. So it'll be a boys game only. It will be senior night. They'll do senior night festivities before the game, I'm sure. We'll be on the air. We're planning to be on the air at 6:40 on Friday night from Northwest. We will do the seniors night ceremonies as well. We'll let you watch and listen to those as well on Friday night. Then our final game of the regular season is the following Tuesday. A week from Tuesday, we travel across town to Cape and Mount Carmel to take on the Crusaders in a doubleheader. That one we know will be live because they have hard-wired internet in their building because I made sure it got there. So we will be on the air at 5:40 with the girls' game, pregame show from Capon a week from Tuesday, and then the boys' game will follow. That'll be it for the regular season. We have a bye on the last night of the season, which is that following Friday. Actually, they're doing them on Thursday. They always do the last game on Thursday in case there's bad weather. But we have a bye that night, so Capon is our last game. And then we'll find out that following Saturday whether we're hosting. The girls have no chance to host. We'll find out where the girls are going and whether or not the boys get a chance to host a game at home in the playoffs. We'll find all of that out on Saturday. We will post it on NWHS Grizz for you as soon as we have that information available after the seeding meetings on Saturday. So a lot of basketball left to be played. We hope you stay with us. If you can't come out to the games live, catch us on NWHS Grizz. And if you can come out to the games live, please do so. And bring your cell phone and catch us on NWHS Grizz as well.
The boys swimming and diving team dominated the 2012-13 season. They completed an undefeated regular season, winning their 5th consecutive G-Wall title by a large margin, doubling the points of the 2nd-place team.
Another Hall of Fame group here.
First state championship in swimming in 46 years.
And we congratulate them, and we congratulate East High on their ability to celebrate their Hall of Fame entrance. We're going to take one more time out, and hopefully we'll have Fred Creighton up here with us. So stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball. back at East High at halftime. Grizzlies with a 18-17 lead over the Blue Aces. And a lot of the Hall of Famers and their families are making their way out of the stadium. I don't know how they can leave with a game this exciting and this tight. We're still awaiting the arrival of Fred Creighton, if he makes it up here. He's been awfully busy, and if he doesn't make it, I'm certainly not going to be offended. Because I told him, he's always welcome, and he is always welcome. But if he doesn't make it, my feelings will not be hurt. I know how busy he is, especially on a night tonight when he had the presentation to the security officer and the Hall of Famers and the homecoming court, all to deal with here during the boys' game. So he has been one busy guy. Sure. You want a hot dog? You could have given one to all of us. One of you guys wants that, you can have it. Jonathan, I don't know why I always said you were a cheap date. Guy gave us a hot dog from the concession stand, and none of us wanted it. Jonathan gave it to his date. I thought that was pretty good. So, all right. Good for you. Now, what you could do is bend over and say, hey, you're going to share that.
I'm not.
I wouldn't do that. Both teams back on the floor warming up here for the start of the second half. Jonathan Scheu, what do we need to do in this second half here to pull away?
I think just clean up the turnovers, really. Both teams were kind of sloppy in the first half. I think if we just clean up those silly little mistakes, then we can really get going here. Just try to get more active on the offensive rebounds. A lot of one-and-dones for both sides, that is. Just battle on the offensive rebounds, clean up the sloppiness, and,
East High has had the better of it with regards to second chance points tonight.
That is very true. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're just a little bit bigger.
Well, they are, up and down the lineup, they are a lot bigger. We have one person over 6 foot on our roster.
I think two. I think it's Jerome and Javon.
Oh, I forgot about Jerome. Yeah,
and then Leon,
who's not been a hit, but I'm talking about the players who've been in the game. You look at their lineup.
A lot of people over 6 foot.
A lot of guys over 6 foot. Just look at them down there warming up, and look at our guys warming up. And it looks like the senior class versus the 8th grade over here. I mean, just about the size differential.
Yet despite it, we're still fighting, clawing most of our points in the paint, despite the lack in size. If I'm correct, we haven't made a three-pointer yet. We still have the lead, so
pretty good. I think we're lucky to have the lead at halftime, given the way things were going.
Yep.
You can go ahead and change the. No, we're not going to go commercial. You can change that to third quarter, so we're ready to go. Want to give our kudos to our production crew tonight. Kid O'Grady and Mirriam Robertson have been stellar tonight. They've been awesome. We appreciate all the work that they've done there. Of course, they're part of Shane Munro's audiovisual class, an audiovisual program, and they're up here to learn. And I hope they've learned a little bit, and they've been smiling all night. Both of them have smiled all night, so I got to believe they're having some fun. I know we are.
Yeah. Especially for the first time, they're doing a really good job.
Yeah, I mean, and Mirriam in particular did express some nervousness when she first got behind the control board, but she smiled through it, and she got through it, did a good job. Grizzlies will inbound to start the third quarter, and they're playing from left to right here in the second half, wearing their road blues and Ihde in their home whites. Underway on the floor for Northwest, Tayshawn Williams, who has the ball and puts it up and scores. I'll take that every time. Also on the floor, Eli Benning, L.J. Phillips, David Hudspeth, and Javon Glover. That's the 5 on the floor here as we start the second half.
It's got to be good for Tayshawn to see the ball go through the basket after a couple of.
There's a steal by L.J. Phillips, coast to coast, and count it. Coach Hill likes that. And they're going to call a foul as well, so he's going to go to the line for a three-point play. Count the basket. LJ at the line to shoot one. Wow, all of a sudden we lead by 6.
All 6 of LJ's points have been on and ones. Getting active down low.
Yep. Colin Laws with it, splits the defense, and he's fouled, I think, by Hudspeth.
Could be on Eli.
Of course, I'm always wrong, so
it could be on either Eli or David there.
It's on David. That's good.
Yep.
That's only his first foul, first team foul.
That would have been Benning's third foul.
Yeah, I just assume not have him in foul trouble. Robinson with it for Ihde. He pulls it back out now, and he's got Williams all over him.
5-second call. Great defense there by Tayshawn Williams, really not leaving his side, forcing the 5-second call.
And here's the turnover. Grizzlies will get the ball with 7:07 to go in the third and a 6-point lead. Let's add to the lead, boys.
Yep, really clean start to the half for the Grizzlies. That's great to see, considering the sloppiness of the first half.
LJ in the paint, stops, puts it up off the glass, doesn't go, rebound by Glover, and his does fall. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
Grizzlies have only missed one shot here in the second half, and then they get the offensive rebound and put it right back up.
Ingram has it for East. He gives it off on the near side to Woodson. Woodson throws it into the bench.
Once again, the sticky man-to-man defense causing troubles for East. Another turnover.
Ihde will take a timeout. I don't know if it's a full timeout or a...
Looks like it's a full timeout.
It is a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Grizzlies lead 25-17. We'll be back. This is Grizzly basketball. Back at Ihde coming out of the timeout. Grizzlies have taken an 8-point lead.
8-0 run.
Nice way to start the second half.
Excuse me, 7-0 to run.
7-0 run, but they have the ball as well. Hudspeth has it, gives it to Benning. Back to Hudspeth, back to Benning. Benning, a long three, in and out, no good. Rebounded by the mystery guest. Actually, that's Kevin Davis. Ingram. Lost it.
Stripped by Javon. Great defensive play there. He has been so good defensively today.
Glover gives it to Williams. Williams almost shot a three from there.
He was practicing it in warm-ups.
And Hudspeth walked with it. It'll turn it over, and that'll be Ihde ball, and that's too bad.
Both Eli and Tayshawn were warming up from very deep in warm-up, so I don't expect any hesitation for them to shoot that deep.
We'll find out going forward. We still don't have a three-pointer in any of this, do we?
Nope.
And you know what? You don't need three-pointers to win. Glover with the ball. Underneath, Davis puts it up and misses. Rebounded by the Grizzlies. Benning off the glass, doesn't go. Rebounded by Glover. He puts it back at short. Put back again. 3 shots and none of them go, and you got to make some of those. And a good play by Glover. It's going to go for a knock because it went out of bounds, but he did a good job to intercept that ball.
Great play by both LJ and Javon getting back on defense, giving themselves a chance.
It stays with East. They'll inbound it. 5:26 to go. Glover has it for the Aces. He drives into the paint, puts it up, backhanded, and it goes. And Glover gets the first points of the quarter for East High.
It's his 6th point of the game, too, leading all East scorers.
Williams gives it back to Benning into the corner for Hudspeth. Back to Benning. Benning pulls it back out, taking his time. Underneath the Glover, count it. What a pass by Benning to Glover, and Glover finishes it. Grizzlies up by 8 again.
It's his 6th point of the night as well.
Robinson shakes and bakes, and Davis puts it in. Benning on the baseline, gives it to Williams for 3. It doesn't go. Rebounded by Hudspeth. And then finally Davis comes away with it for East High. Grizzlies getting some second chances now that aren't going in. They still lead by 6. Glover with it. Benning. And Benning, they're going to call for a blocking foul.
And that's his 3rd of the game.
Pretty tacky foul. Second team foul of the 3rd quarter for Northwest. Thompson comes in for Northwest. LJ and Hudspeth go out, and who else came in? Henderson came in. Underneath, backhanded lay in, and Glover gets another one. The lead is down to 4. It was 8 just a moment ago. Williams. Underneath. 4-3. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Robinson.
And that was a good look for Jerome, too.
All of a sudden, we're taking a lot of threes instead of working it into the paint like we did in the first half.
Yeah, the 3 hasn't seemed to be falling for the Grizzlies
the threes
tonight.
Aren't going. They need to get back to what got them here. Benning. Glover to Henderson. Henderson underneath the basket, put it up. It was blocked and rebounded by Robinson. Here comes East back with it. Robinson in the paint, puts it up. It does not go. Turnaround by Martinez does go, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point game again, and the East High crowd is starting to get a little rowdy again. Grizzlies had them quieted down for a while. Williams for 3. Good! That's what we needed. And a timeout's been taken by Northwest.
They need to add our 3.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. What were you saying, sir?
Saying they needed to add the 3. Earlier in the game, they actually had the score wrong. They had 13 in the first quarter, but they counted as 12, and it went all the way through, and they added it at halftime.
They must have found it and fixed it.
Yep. They forgot to add one of Woodson's free throws.
Well, at least they made it right, which is what you want. By the way, this is strictly between you and me. Does this look familiar?
Oh, there it is.
Would you please put that in your pocket?
Yeah.
Before we leave it again. Pardon me, folks. 2:23 to go here in the third. Grizzlies up by 5. East High will have the ball. Couple of exciting ball games here tonight. The girls took it to overtime before they fell late in overtime. And the boys here leading by 5. Played a pretty good ball game. There's one, and count that for Martinez. He's got their last 4 points.
Both coming inside, too, driving the ball.
Benning with it for Northwest. Gives it to Williams. Williams underneath to Glover. Glover is short, and Martinez gets the rebound for East High. Gives it to White. Now back to Laws, and Laws in the paint, puts it up and counted, and a foul.
Has a chance to cut the lead to 2. Who'd they call the foul on?
Foul on number 22, Javon Glover.
Glover's third.
Checking in for the Grizzlies is number 22.
Javon will come out and be replaced by L.J. Phillips.
A couple of Grizzlies in foul trouble, both Javon and Eli Benning, both with 3 fouls. It's 2 starters.
Can't have that. Laws makes the free throw. It's a 2-point game again, 30-28.
Those are his first baskets of the night, considering he shot a lot of threes.
He missed a lot of threes, thank goodness. Tayshawn Williams with it, gives it back over to Benning, back to Williams. Benning for 3, short, rebounded by Glover, gives it back to Benning, out to Williams. Williams for 3, rims out, no good, rebounded by Martinez, and those 3-pointers aren't going, folks. They need to drive into the paint.
Another turnover there by East in transition.
Benning comes away with a loose ball. Underneath, loose, and goes out of play. It'll turn back over to East.
Looks like we're going to have another barn burner here.
We're tied at 30 with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go in the third, and you're right. We could be, hope you're not planning on going home anytime soon.
You know what we need? Another big fourth quarter out of...
We need a big fourth quarter out of Tayshawn is what we need.
Just like the Southeast game.
Boy, that fourth quarter was amazing. Inside a minute to go in the third quarter. Laws with it for East High.
East High doesn't look to be in any hurry here.
Nope, they're looking for a good shot. Now they're going to pull it back out. They may go for one, unless Martinez can do that.
That is his third drive to the basket this quarter, where he's just had a really easy lay-in.
Grizzlies
most likely going to play for one here.
They'll play for one with 25 to go. Benning to Williams. Back to Benning. Inside to Liam Calvert. I don't know how he got in without my seeing him. Williams, 8 seconds to go. He drives, puts it up. He's fouled. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2. He's got a chance to tie this up.
Second foul of the game for Ashton White. A couple of big free throws here for Tayshawn.
These are huge.
Going into the fourth quarter.
Makes it. There's one.
Has a chance to go into double figures here with this free throw. Back-to-back double-digit nights for Tayshawn Williams.
Makes them both. We're tied at 32, 5 seconds to go. Glover brings it across the timeline quickly. 2 to go, 1 to go. He shoots it and makes it.
Another buzzer beater 3.
That's 2 buzzer beater 3s tonight.
That was by Glover, a huge quarter out of Glover. had 9 in the third.
Wow. All right, folks, we got a barn burner. Again, we'll be back with the fourth quarter in 60 seconds. This is Grizzly basketball. Back at East High for the start of the fourth quarter with Jonathan Scheu, Kevin Arkin with you. 35-32, Grizzlies trail, They led. This was been one of the weirdest quarters. We went on an 8-2 run in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter, built up a big lead, and then promptly gave it all back.
Yep, both teams going on runs here in that third quarter.
And Barry Glover, who's just been unconscious the last quarter, brings the ball in to start the fourth quarter. Laws sends it on the far side. Ashton White with it. Back out to Glover.
Some good defense being played here by the Grizzlies.
Glover gives it to Martinez. He was also a thorn in our side last quarter. And Martinez puts it up again and lays it in. 37-32, Grizzlies trail. In the paint, Glover is short. Rebounds.
Gets his own rebound.
Gets his own, yeah, he does, and he puts it down on the floor, puts it up, doesn't go. And a whistle and a foul is called. Glover will go to the line and shoot a pair. It's so loud down there you can't hear the whistles.
I almost didn't hear it. I thought they didn't call it.
Glover with a chance to narrow this lead. He needs them both. We need some points. And he missed it.
It's been the theme of the night for the Grizzlies. The ball rolling out of the rim.
We've had a lot of shots of all kinds rim out tonight.
Gets the second one.
Makes 1 out of 2, 37-33. Grizzlies trail, 7:15 to go in the fourth. Now the Grizzlies need to make a stop or two. Martinez with it. Pulls it back out.
Great defense by L.J. Phillips, really moving his feet, staying with him.
Glover still with it, now drives, dishes it off. Up and rolling out, no good. Rebounded by Glover, our Glover, and Tayshawn Williams brings it down the floor. Puts up a three, in and out, no good. And a jump ball is going to be called here. Good play by Williams to follow his own shot and get the jump ball called. And on the alternating possession,
they called a foul.
No,
they called a foul on Tayshawn.
They sure did.
And Tayshawn,
I thought that was an easy jump ball call, but
Tayshawn cannot.
They're a lot closer than we are. In any case, the foul is Tayshawn's first. It's the fourth team foul, and it gives East the ball. There's one picked away momentarily by Phillips. Good job. Barry Glover pulls it back out for East High.
Grizzlies have to watch the corner here.
Underneath. Ashton White puts it up short. Rebound to Tayshawn Williams. Here comes Northwest back.
Need a good offensive possession here if you're the Grizzlies. Really get back into it.
They got the stop they needed. Now they need to get the points. Williams dishes it to Glover, and Glover is fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
East fans not happy about that one.
That was kind of easy.
Don't expect anything less out of these fans. It's their home court.
I know. A lot of referees on our side of the building. Glover will shoot a pair. First one is good. It's a one-possession game again.
Javon, for a big man, is a really good free throw shooter. We'll see that a lot.
And the second one also rolls in. And we're down by 2.
This is 9th point of the night.
Good night for Javon Glover, both offensively and defensively.
And
there's a nice play by Phillips. Williams gets the loose ball, puts it up, and scores. And we're tied at 37. Does this sound familiar?
Yep. Grizzlies clawing and fighting back into it.
Deja vu all over again. The only thing different is the gender. Colin Laws on the near side. Drives in the paint, puts it up, it doesn't go.
That is Javon's 5th block of the night, along with a plethora of defensive rebounds.
Williams on the far side. Tried to put it up. It went.
Did not call the foul there.
I'm surprised they didn't. But
and they call the foul down
that's
there.
A frustration foul, I'm sure. Yep, that's a frustration foul because he didn't get the call at the other end, and you can't do that.
East will now be shooting free throws for the rest of the night. Next foul will put them into the bonus.
Phillips comes out. Thompson comes in. Your 5 on the floor include Javon Glover, Tayshawn Williams, Eli Benning, David Hudspeth, and Sincere Thompson. Underneath, Davis is blocked, and he fouled by Glover.
That's his 4th. When you're aggressive, you're as aggressive as he is on the defensive end, you will get a lot of foul calls.
Yep.
But he has 5 blocks on the night.
Well, we can't afford to lose him. I mean, he needs to be careful here the rest of the game now that he's playing with 4 fouls. He stays in the game.
Arguably our best rebounder on the team as well.
First free throw is no good. Davis will go get one more and try and break the tie. LT Robinson comes back in for East High. Free throw is good. 38-37, East High leads. 5 minutes to go. A lot of time left in this one. Tayshawn Williams with it. Into the corner for Benning. Benning underneath to Glover. Now one to Hudspeth. He couldn't get the 3 to go. And
great job getting back on defense by the Grizzlies, not giving up a transition bucket.
Barry Glover has it with Eli Benning on him, and now they're going to call. What are they going to call?
They're going to call a blocking foul on Eli. That's his 4th as well.
That's his 4th. He's in trouble. And it's also going to put East High in the bonus for the rest of the game.
Shooting a 1-and-1 here.
Don't worry about it. You were busy. It's not a problem. Free throw is good. Athletic director, our host here tonight, Fred Creighton, just walked by and apologized for not getting up here at halftime. But as I told him, don't worry about it. He was busy. We'll get him next time we're out here. We'll be out here, I think we're out here for girls soccer in about a month.
Another defensive rebound there for Javon. He has been so active on the boards tonight.
Grizzlies down by 2. Williams underneath. Out of bounds to East High.
Tayshawn not happy with that call.
We don't keep track of turnovers up here in the booth because we don't have the manpower to do it, but I bet you we've got a boatload.
Same theme on the other side, too. East has a lot of turnovers as well.
They do. Glover with it. Sincere Thompson putting on good pressure. Now Laws has it.
Great defense.
Sends it back out here to Glover and to Leak.
Lost his footing.
And here comes Williams with it. And count the basket and a foul.
That's a huge bucket there for the Grizzlies.
It is. We're tied at 39, and Tayshaun can give us the lead now. 3:38 to go, fourth quarter. And the bucket is good. Grizzlies lead 40-39. Get his free throw?
Yep. We have been treated very nicely here tonight with two great basketball games.
We have been. It's two good games tonight.
Tayshaun just picked up his third foul of the game.
Not good.
It's 3 starters now in foul trouble.
And we're up to 8. So we're in the bonus. We're getting dangerously close to double bonus land. 1-and-1 opportunity here. The first one is up and good. And that's Lavelle Leak. He's 2 shooting the free throws. He'll get one more now. We're tied at 40. And he breaks the tie. East High leads again, 41-40. Grizzlies bring the ball down the floor. Williams to Benning.
They're looking inside.
Oh, they tried to get it to Glover and they missed him. East High comes away with it.
Once again, great job by the Grizzlies getting back on defense.
And there's a good turnover. Benning. Are they going to count it? We'll see. Far be it from me to make the call.
They don't know who to call it on.
Nope, they're still talking about it.
I didn't see any contact.
I didn't either.
They might have called it on...
They're looking like they're pointing at Robinson.
I think either it's Robinson or they called it on Colin Laws as he was cutting off Tayshaun Williams. Looks like it's going to be a technical foul.
What would the technical be for?
No clue.
I'm lost. I really am. I have no idea what's happening
I
here.
knew they would call it on Colin. I think there was a little altercation between him and Tayshaun as he was cutting him off from Eli, and might have gotten into a little scrap.
So
called a technical.
These are technical fouls they're calling here.
Misses the first
that was
one.
for the 3-point play, I believe. Wasn't he fouled?
I think they counted the basket.
They counted the basket. I thought it was an and one.
No, I think these are just 2 technical fouls that happened, or the technical happened away from the play.
You're right, because he got the 2 shots only.
Yep.
Now the Grizzlies will get the ball on the technical. They lead by 2 with 3 minutes to go. Hurry. Thank you. Williams has the ball at the moment, pulls it back out. Gives it to Hudspeth, now back to Williams. On the far side to Benning. Benning back to Williams.
Grizzlies don't seem to be in a hurry here.
No, they may be just looking for an open shot like this
one.
one.
They found it.
Oh, and a great block. Let's give credit where credit is due. Martinez got in there and just made a great block.
That was a great defensive recovery by Martinez. Got caught sleeping underneath, but really made up for it with a great block.
Grizzlies with it again. Far side to Benning. Benning pulls it around, changes hands, gives it to Hudspeth. David Hudspeth. Almost coughed it up. Still has it on the far side. A long possession here for Northwest. We're down to 2 minutes.
Hope we get a bucket out of it.
Tayshawn Hudspeth. And he drives. He makes a nice move. He's in the paint. And it doesn't go. Rebound, Glover. Come on, yes. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
He is having an amazing game all around.
East High with it on the far side.
That was a big bucket. It makes the lead a 2-possession game.
And they're going to make it a 1-possession game right there, and a timeout being taken by East. 45-43 with 1:22 to go. 30-second timeout being taken by East. We'll keep it right here.
Glover has been unconscious this game. Everything seems to be going for him. Has 16 on the night.
Well, been a barn burner as we projected. Everybody got their money's worth here tonight. Coming out of the timeout, just to recap it for you, the East High is in the bonus. The Grizzlies will be on the next foul by East. So everybody's shooting free throws the rest of the game. And we have 82 seconds to go.
Reminder, 3 Grizzlies are in foul trouble, 3 of our starters.
And that might be the reason why we're taking so long here and killing some clock.
Don't want any of the Grizzlies to get in some more foul trouble. Have any of our key players foul
out. Yeah, that's what I think that's what some of it has to do with. Hudspeth with it, almost walked with it. David in the paint, dishes it back out. And we have a whistle and a foul is being called on somebody.
Called it on Martinez, away from the ball.
It will send Javon Glover to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 as the Grizzlies are now in the bonus.
Under a minute to go. These are huge free throws here for the Grizzlies.
He makes a
shot.
That was
Javon.
a big shot. This is an even bigger one because it would make it a 2-possession game.
That's right, Kevin. He is having an amazing game. Really solid all-around night, both defensively and offensively.
Second one is good. It's a 2-possession game, a 4-point lead, 52 to go.
Javon has 7 points in the fourth quarter.
Oh, my goodness. This is undoubtedly his best game of the year.
By far.
Colin Laws gives it off to White.
East High needs to hurry here.
Actually, that was Robinson, excuse me.
And they turn it
threw
over.
It away. Just what the doctor ordered with 32 to go.
East High's going to have to start fouling here with 30 seconds left.
We'll see who they foul. And it's going to be Williams. And, they made that mistake Tuesday. Fouling Williams a gazillion times in the fourth quarter because he, all of a sudden, Mr. Icewater started draining free throws. Grizzlies in the bonus will send Tayshawn to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
It has been all Williams and Javon Glover in this quarter, scoring the basketball.
That's good. The lead is 5.
Still a 2-possession game here if you're East High.
And it will be regardless of what happens here.
So if you're East, you're not out of it just yet.
No, not by a long shot. He makes them both. 49-43 Grizzlies, 31 to go. Ball was inbounded. Robinson brings it down the floor. His shot or his pass was blocked, and there's another block by Javon Glover.
That is his 6th block of the night.
Now Benning will go to the line and shoot free throws, and He needs to make the first one. If he makes the first one, we're going to win the game.
Yes.
19 to go on the clock.
And East High fans sensing that this game might be
East
over.
fans start heading out. He makes it. It's a 3-possession game. Well, I know what Dandy Don Meredith would be doing right now. And Benning makes them both. 51-43. 18 to go. East High bringing it down. Glover. Let him have it. Let him shoot it. Laws takes a three. Doesn't go. Rebound to Glover.
On Glover.
And it goes out of bounds, and it should be our ball, and it is, with 3 seconds to go. Grizzlies are going to win this one and win their 11th game of the season. And it goes, clock running. Let him shoot it. Glover shoots it. It doesn't go this time. And we are final. Your final score tonight, Northwest 51 and East High 43. We'll be back to wrap this up in 60 seconds. So stay with us. We'll be back. This is Grizzly Basketball. Welcome back to Northwest's victory over East High at East High's gym. Final score tonight, 51-43 Grizzlies. Here's Jonathan with the totals for each team.
Alrighty, for your Northwest boys, Tayshawn Williams led all scorers with 17 points. Eli Benning had 6, and David, low-scoring night, had 1. Sincere Thompson had 5 points, and then Javon, who went absolutely berserk in the fourth quarter, finished with 13 points with plenty of rebounds and blocks as well. And LJ Phillips had 6, both on and-ones. And for East, Martinez had 11. Glover had 16, leading East. Colin Laws had 3. LT Robinson had 2. Let's see, who's that?
I can't read my writing.
Braden Dale had 3. Woodson had 5. And then Kevin Davis had 3. And that is your totals for the night.
Big fourth quarter again for the Grizzlies to pull this one out. They go to 11-6 on the season, and they'll take that record into South High on Tuesday when they take on the Titans in another Greater Wichita Athletic League contest. Big game on Tuesday. We'll have a lot of playoff implications on the line for Northwest. So we for sure want you to either head over to the South High gym or to join us here on NWHS Grizz. We'll be on the air 5:40 on Tuesday. Until Tuesday, we want to wish you all a pleasant weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Go Chiefs. And we'll see you Tuesday. For Jonathan, I'm Kevin Arkin saying good night from East High.